everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Talking Toku, the only podcast where we talk about sci-fi monsters and dinosaur adventures. I am your host, David.
I'm Brian.
And boy, do we have an episode for you today.
Now, funny episode.
A very funny episode. So
possibly unhinged.
Possibly. I think
Definitely.
100% unhinged. But you know how like we always like joke about, oh, this is like going to be one of our longest episodes yet. This is 100% going to be our longest episode because
this is probably going to be longer than Evangelion.
Yeah, I mean we interviewed a good pal of ours, Adam from Thirsty Thursday Toys. If you haven't seen his content on the YouTubes, I highly recommend you check him out. He does cool toy reviews, but also he makes a cocktail to go along with it. It's really, really cool. We poked his brain to see what his process was for doing all that kind of stuff. But the interview itself ran for an hour and a half, where normally our interviews go for an hour or less. So we were just having too much fun, man. It was just too good a time. To the point where I've already edited the interview itself before recording this, because I'm not going to have enough time during the rest of the week to edit the entire thing together if I'd wait until I have time to edit the whole episode. So I was like, let me just do the interview now, and then once we record the intro and outro, I can just splice it in, do what little editing I need to do for that, and get it out. So,
Dave, they don't care about the plight of podcast
Shut the fuck
editors.
up, Brian. No, yes, they do. Yes, they do. And you know why? Because if you don't care, we're going to stop doing this show. And so if this show stops, it'll all be your fault, listeners. It's up to you.
Yeah.
You can save Talking Toku. Use your powers for good.
You could either save the show or give me a few extra hours every week to play video games.
You know, it's like the hit 2005 video game. 2005 video game Shadow the Hedgehog, where you can pick and choose if you want to go down the good path or the evil path.
Or the infamous games.
Yeah, but Shadow the Hedgehog is a funnier example.
That's true.
I think.
Keanu Reeves, let's go, dude.
Yeah, I know, right? Like that's this is not Talking Toku or Godzilla or Kaiju related news at all. But yeah, Keanu Reeves as Shadow the Hedgehog. Let's fucking go, dude.
Best casting since they got what's his face to play Knuckles.
Oh, Idris Elba.
Yeah.
It's funny, like back when Sonic 2 came out, and you know Shadow was in the credits stinger. The first fan cast I saw for Shadow was Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people saying that shit right after Sonic 2 came out.
And you know what? I saw someone retweeted this. This was like a tweet from like 2022 when Sonic 2 came out. Someone had like they did a little animation of Shadow using lines from John Wick, and oh my god, it fits so well. Like, it was shocking how much it like just fit. I'm like, oh, okay, I can see this now.
I cannot wait.
Yeah, I'll have to see if I can find it and send it to you later. But
yeah,
maybe
we can figure out some possible way to bend the laws of our show into reviewing it.
Well, listen, it depends on how closely they end up following Sonic Adventure 2. Because if you remember, Brian, from the end of Sonic Adventure 2, the final boss was a big lizard guy. The Bio Lizard.
I never played Sonic Adventure.
What the fuck, Brian? What's wrong with you? Go play Sonic. All right, we're stopping the show. No, that was it. Good night, everyone. Brian's got to go play Sonic Adventure 2, and then we'll get back to you next week. Goodbye.
All right. You should add like a.
No, I'm gonna put the outro music like for a split second right there, and then we'll come back in.
I was gonna say add like a sound effect of like chairs and like tables being flipped over,
or I just add like the menu music for Sonic Adventure 2, just like really quietly, like you're just starting it up. But I don't know, we might get I would say demonetized, but like this show is not monetized in the least, so we could do whatever the fuck
We don't
we want.
make any money off of this.
No, we don't. Again,
All right, let's do the news.
I guess. I mean, sure, if you want. I'm having fun talking about Sonic, man.
We're here for the news.
I guess we're here for the news.
And this will be less editing for you.
You know what? I can't argue with that. You're right.
You're welcome.
All right. Well, what do we got for news? So this isn't. I mean, it's sort of news, but it's more. We don't know what's going on with it. So Toho announced on the official Godzilla Twitter page that they have a schedule up for the Godzilla Festival Osaka, which is something new they're doing. I don't think they did more than one in the past couple of years, but I could be wrong. I have no idea.
I've never even heard of it.
Yeah, well, I mean, they have the Godzilla Fest every year for the anniversary, but this is like, this is happening. When is this happening? Yeah, this is happening this month in April. So I don't really know. As far as I know, they haven't done two different festivals before, but I could be wrong. I could just be very misinformed. But yes, they have a schedule posted, and there's some interesting stuff. They're doing a behind the scenes look for the Jet Jaguar suit that they did for last year's anniversary short.
The best part of that short.
Yeah, honestly. But the main thing that's got everyone talking is that on the schedule, it has domestic live action Godzilla series trailer screening. So, like, what does that mean? Everyone's like, are we getting a Godzilla TV show from Toho? Like, directly produced by Toho? And I'm like, honestly, I could see it. Like,
I mean, considering how well received Monarch was, like,
Godzilla
it's proven to work.
Yeah, Godzilla is at the height of its popularity right now. I don't think Godzilla has been, and we've talked about this to death on this show. Godzilla has never been as in the public eye as it has been in years, probably, or ever, maybe. I don't know. I mean, we got Monarch, we got -1, we got New Empire, all in the span of less than a year. That's insane. I mean,
I would say the only time he was this much in the public consciousness was probably before Godzilla 98 came out.
Probably, yeah. Honestly, yeah, you're right. Like, because the advertising, the marketing for that movie was ridiculous. So I think you're right. But that was just for one movie. We've gotten a TV show and 2 movies in less than a year. That's ridiculous. And for the most part, it's been all really well received. Like, New Empire has been kind of whatever, but it's making money. Like, it's number 3 at the box office right now. I think Dune 2 and Kung Fu Panda 4 are right in front of it, but I think it's like starting to creep up to overtake Kung Fu Panda if I remember correctly. I don't know exactly how close it is, but
I told you a few days ago, like, the Regal near me has like 8 out of 14 theaters playing Godzilla X Kong. So like that's not really that's not an accurate number, but like it's most of the theaters when I walk in there.
Yeah, I'm curious now. Let's see what Box Office Mojo's got for the new monkey. Worldwide, it has made $438,000. For $438 million, not $438,000. That'd be really bad. That'd be really bad. We would never get another Godzilla movie ever again.
Yeah, that would be bad.
if it only made $400,000.
Back on topic though, I kind of had a thought today.
Go for it.
There's like those iceberg channels that always like do icebergs and shit. Well, there's one that I watch called Pigpen, and he made a 2-hour-long Godzilla one. And I just listening to it for fun because I don't really I don't ever expect to glean new information out of it.
Right.
But I got reminded that those like CG shorts that Toho has been putting out are like a series. And everyone likes them, so you never know. Maybe they're going to be expanding on on that.
That is true. I mean, we haven't heard any word about what we're getting this year for Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla, but at the same time, they kind of dropped the Megalon one on us out of nowhere. They were like, I think it was like a week before the festival happened. They were like, "Oh yeah, this is happening, by the way," and everyone was like, "What? Excuse me?" So I don't know. It could be that they're getting Gemstone to do it. I would love for them to do that. That would be really cool if that's the route they went is getting Gemstone to do it. I mean, granted, go ahead.
Remember, like in Godzilla versus Gigan Rex, like there was no live action component to it.
Yeah, no.
But then for Godzilla versus Megalon, I guess they had a slightly larger budget, so they were able to use some live action stuff. So, I mean, and considering how well received and popular they were, and I mean, they have crazy views on YouTube.
Yeah.
I could definitely see them maybe trying to make a universe out of it. I mean, especially considering that Godzilla is supposed to be Godzilla Jr. from Heisei.
I know, but that's the thing. Like they never officially said as much. They've just really heavily implied it. So it'd be interesting if they do go that route. Like this could be their chance to be like, yes, this is a continuation of the Heisei era Godzilla. You know, you could bring Megumi Odaka back to play Mikisagusa, which would be incredible. I would love to see her in that role again. I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
She's really kind of the only recurring character from the Heisei era that anyone would really care to bring back. But I mean, I could see them bringing back. Oh God, what's her name? Miki's,
I know who you're talking. I know. Yes, that's who I'm thinking of.
Like partner from, or maybe not partner, but like her like protege from Godzilla versus Destroya. What was her name?
Yeah. I don't. I can picture her head in my face, but I don't.
I don't remember her name.
Or wait, I said that backwards. I can picture her face in my head. I'm stupid.
I didn't even know.
You should keep that in.
I'm going to.
People are gonna laugh at me.
I'm going to keep it in because I didn't even notice when you said it, Brian. I was too laser focused on trying to find her name. Her name is Meru Ozawa. Well, the character's name is Meru Ozawa. The actress is Sayaka Osawa. So you could bring her back because But yeah, I don't know. It's Toho's doing their thing, man. They could do literally whatever the hell they want at this point.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, the thing is, like, if it is going to be a live-action Godzilla TV series, the question is how they're going to distribute it internationally. I'm sure they will, because -1 was probably their biggest international hit for live action, at least, in God knows how long. I'm sure they do it, make a ton of money off like all the anime they distribute here in the States. But live action wise, I'm sure that -1 was probably their biggest hit in years. But
yeah,
and Singular Point that got dumped on Netflix, as did all the Polygon trilogy stuff. So I don't know. I really don't know how they're going to end up doing it. I'm sure they will. It's just a matter of how. I don't know if we're going to hear anything about it when the festival happens later this month. They might just be like, oh, coming to TV screens here in Japan later this year or something. I don't know if we'll hear
it. May just be a working title, honestly.
Maybe. I have no idea. Who knows? But yeah, it's definitely exciting to think about for sure. And
this turned into a speculation talk.
I know. Huh? Well, do you think we'll have to go back and redo that episode we did a couple weeks ago about all those Godzilla TV shows?
Oh God. I mean, we may have to, like, every time a new Godzilla show comes out, we make like a segment where we talk about it, where it would fit.
Like when we review it, we can just put that in.
Yeah,
we can do that. All right.
Yeah.
Moving on. Speaking of TV shows, really, this is actually big news because, like, this is confirmed happening. We know what's going on here. Monarch got renewed, baby. Season 2 is in the works. We don't know when it's coming out, but we know it is coming out. So that's really cool. But the other thing that they announced because they announced this in tandem. So as well as Monarch Season 2, we are also getting an unspecified number of spinoffs. They said spinoffs plural, so there's going to be at least more than one. We don't know how many. I say we get a Suko TV series. I just want to follow Suko and Shimo around the Hollow Earth as they just kind of pal around.
You know what they should do?
What should they do?
They should make like a planet Earth, but set in the MonsterVerse, and just in that format, and just have someone like notable narrate it.
just get actual David Attenborough. Why not?
I thought about it, but also like that would be, he might just want to not do that.
Why not? They pay him enough. Why not?
That's true. I mean, he does.
Apple TV already has him for Prehistoric Planet. Why not do one for the MonsterVerse?
That's a good point. I don't know, but something like that would be interesting.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing everyone said like would work best if they were to go like no human characters, only monsters route. Like that's the thing people said they would want to see if they were to go that route. And I would still really like that. I think that'd be a really cool thing to do, to have it be like a nature documentary kind of style thing.
Yeah.
But yeah. Here's one for you, Brian. What if we finally go back to the best character of all time in the MonsterVerse, Mr. Ford Brody himself?
Oh my god, dude.
What if we
I'm gonna be honest with you. If they do that, not only is that the ballsiest move they could make, but I would actually be really down to see it, because it means that someone has an idea.
Right? Because here's the thing.
Might be good.
Here's the thing, right? Like, I obviously like just God, I'm so scatterbrained right now. But like, Godzilla 2014 is a very like tonally grounded film, and it's got a very serious character at its core. I want to see what Ford thinks of all the wacky shit that has happened since that movie.
Yeah, I would also be very interested.
Because like I don't
they
know
should
how
bring back Bryan Cranston's character as a mecha.
Oh my god. Well, there was that there was a fan poster way back in the day of him, like they photoshopped him into like a Jet Jaguar Iron Man suit.
Oh my god.
It was really funny. But yeah, because I don't know how much like Godzilla versus Kong or X Kong was like widely I'm sure it was reported in the news in universe, but like everything with Ghidorah and King of the Monsters, that was like world ending shit. So like I want to see what I want to know what Ford has to think about all that, all the goofy shit that's happened in the MonsterVerse since. I think that would be really cool.
I think that would be pretty fucking interesting.
I'm kind of surprised they haven't. I really am surprised they haven't like recruited him into Monarch in
I just
universe.
think it's because people just had such a bad taste in their mouth with those characters.
Oh, I'm sure.
But like, here's the thing: I still don't think they're that bad.
No.
Like people just heard what they heard in reviews, and then they're like, "Oh, that is now my opinion, and I will double it because I want to sound funny." Or something like that.
I still don't love him as a character, but I would like to see him again and see if.
I mean, there's no corn guy.
There's
no,
like, God no.
That'll come up again later in the interview.
It will. Brian's not bringing that up just for shits and giggles, believe me.
No.
But yeah, I'm really excited for season 2 of Monarch, but I really am interested to see what they do with the spinoffs. They could do anything. And
maybe we're due for another speculation video, Dave.
Maybe. We could.
I think there's enough to talk about with both the Toho series and Monarch and the spinoffs to just do one big episode on.
Okay. All right, maybe well, that could be in the future. I mean, we have a couple episodes. Yeah. You know what? Brian, I'm going to bring up my little notes app for all the list of future episodes, and I'm going to put it in, all right? Monarch Season 2.
The list is at 0. Out of ideas.
Brian, I have so much. I know,
I'm just kidding.
Actually, I can check that one off because we just did this episode right now.
Holy shit.
Monarch Episode 2 spinoff. Monarch Season 2 / spinoff / Toho speculation. All right, cool. There we go. All right, we got it. We did it. Congratulations.
Very nice.
Well, hey, do you think this is the biggest news story? I think it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty fucking awesome.
It's really awesome for everyone involved, I think. I should bring up the actual statement, though. That might be helpful. So I can read it and tell everyone what's going on.
Oh, also, this is episode 69.
Oh, yes. I can't believe we forgot. Yeah, this is episode 69.
You're welcome.
Nice. Very nice.
Nice.
There we go. We got it. We got to that out of the way. Is it not on their Instagram? Is it only on their Facebook? That's weird. But okay. Where's the statement? There's the statement. Okay. Well, congratulations are in order to our good pals over at Kaiju United, who just last week announced that they are going to be sponsoring G-Fest this year. Kaiju Limited and Kaiju United are ecstatic to announce their kaiju-sized collaboration for the 29th annual convention celebrating all things giant monsters. Kaiju United will serve as the official sponsor for the show, which includes providing exclusive coverage of the event, social media collaborations, and an overall professional partnership never before seen in the history of either organization. This is true. G-fans can expect a must-see coverage of the show, with Kaiju United taking the community into the incredible world of G-Fest and its passionate, devoted attendees directly on the front lines. KU will serve as the community ambassador, elevating the best that G-Fest has to offer on all of their platforms, while also innovating in the way Kaiju conventions are promoted online, enticing new fans and curious lurkers alike to come out and enjoy the show. Awesome. I love it.
Fucking awesome. Congratulations.
Honestly, yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
it makes me honestly making me more disappointed that I cannot attend this year.
What if hear me out, Brian? Our good pal Adam, friend of the show, Adam.
Yeah.
What if you hide in his luggage?
I'm too big.
I don't know, because
Dave, my butt's too big. It won't fit.
No, Brian, listen to me. So. Because, you know, I was unsure if I was going to be moving out there to live with you this year. I mentioned that in Kaiju United, like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to be on G-Fest if I end up moving, and then I tagged Adam, like, unless Thirsty Thursday Toys wants to hide me in his luggage. And he's like, well, I did just buy a really big suitcase. So you could, Brian, you could hide in his suitcase.
I would also put my standing with the law on the line.
Who cares? Fuck the law. Fuck the police.
All right.
Even Godzilla, because he was the police chief for that one day a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. I showed that to Sam, and she was like, what the fuck?
Very nice. But yes, congratulations to Kaiju United. It's really, really cool to see that. And again, this is in year 2, barely in year 2 for Kaiju United. So to see how far they've come in such a short amount of time is like ridiculous. I'm so happy for them.
Yeah. Fucking hype, dude.
Yeah. I'm excited to see what happens for them going forward. Because Jacob has told me a couple things, but certainly not everything. And I don't know what's coming, man.
I don't know.
All right.
You know what is coming?
Lay it on me, Brian.
Fucking chaos theory, bro.
God fucking damn right.
I don't think I've ever been this giddy for anything
Really?
in my entire life.
Not even something Godzilla related.
I was convinced that a sequel show to Camp Cretaceous was never happening.
Because, like, why would it? That's the thing. Like, why would you ever assume that would be happening?
Like, they literally had that interactive movie, and I was like, okay, maybe they just had a little bit of budget left over from the show.
Mm-hmm.
But no. Nope. No. They're going. They're doing it.
I can't remember.
I wonder if our enthusiasm for it made it happen.
Oh, maybe.
Like, we willed it into being.
What if chaos theory exists solely because of us?
Yeah. Just enough people listened and just enough people told their friends about it that we spread the good word.
Maybe. That'd be wild.
That would be wild.
I'm curious. Do we have a release date yet or no? May 24th.
I don't think so.
That's next month, Brian. Oh. Holy shit.
Holy shit.
Next month. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't wait, Brian. I can't wait.
Fucking hyped. I am so hyped. I've never been more hyped for anything. I wonder if we'll get hand camera again.
Oh my god. What if? I gotta say, I do have one qualm with the show.
What?
I don't like how handsome they made Ben.
He's kind of weird.
Handsome. I don't like it. I really don't like
it. He looks too much like Muscle Man.
He does.
I don't like it.
I'm not a fan.
Like, I understand why, but like he was always just a scrawny weirdo.
Yeah.
Like, I would have found it funny if they just made him like a fucking nerd, but like also he has crazy survival instincts and he'll kill you by accident.
I also like didn't recognize him at first in the trailer. Like I didn't.
I thought it was a new character.
Yeah, I had to hear his voice. I'm like, oh, that's Ben. Okay, but
yeah,
because like Darius, like he was very recognizable. It still looked like Darius, but Ben, I was like, oh, okay. Now the question is, Brian, do you think we're gonna get Bumpy?
We gotta get Bumpy. Bumpy's gonna be huge.
We have to get Bumpy. It can't be a Camp Cretaceous sequel show without Bumpy. You can't have it.
Bumpy is part of the crew.
She is. She really is.
Yeah. She's their trusty steed.
She is.
Yeah.
We have to get the rest of the cast back, though, right? You can't just be Ben and Darius.
I don't remember the trailer all that much. I haven't watched it since you sent it to me.
Yeah.
But did we see everybody or no?
I'm watching it back right now. I think we only see Ben and Darius.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we see everyone in like flashbacks to Camp Cretaceous, but like present day stuff, it looks like it's only Ben and Darius.
I imagine we'll get everybody back.
Oh, hold on. No, that was also just Ben and Darius. I'm just kind of scanning through. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not seeing anyone else, just them. But yeah, no, it's got to be the whole cast.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
it would be fun.
Otherwise, shit show, terrible show, 0 out of 10.
It'd be fun.
What?
If like the whole show was just them like driving around the country picking up everybody.
Oh my god! Like it's just a road trip. That'd be so cool. I would actually really like that. I would actually really like that.
Like, yeah, the dinosaurs are on the mainland. We got to go find everybody and do the Camp Cretaceous thing all over again.
Yeah, do the hand thing all over again.
Yeah. Now, do you think they're gonna get Jenna Ortega back to do what's her face?
Oh, I don't know.
Or are they gonna recast her?
I still cannot believe we missed that on our first watch. Like we never.
Neither can I. But there is no shot they're getting her back unless they pay her a lot.
I know she's too big now.
She's too big now because she's got too many big projects, and she's in Beetlejuice
True.
Coming out.
She is in Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. When did she get big?
I would say probably around X or Scream 5.
Okay, so that was
6.
All right, so that was 2 years after Camp Cretaceous premiered. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, actually,
yeah, I think the Scream reboots definitely.
Hold on. Now I'm curious. Yeah. Oh, I wonder. Can I look up Do they have any casting announcements for Chaos Theory? That's the real question. If we can find the cast, then we might have an answer. Let's see. Chaos Theory. IMDb. What does IMDb tell me? Oh, you know, that poster actually goes kind of hard.
Holy shit.
Okay,
that does go hard.
Interesting. We have the whole cast back. We have Darius, we have Ben, we have Kenji, we have Sammy. I don't see Yasmin or oh god, why am I forgetting her name? Fuck, what's Jenna Ortega's character's name?
I don't remember.
What the fuck? What the hell? We're so bad. Brooklyn. Yeah, we don't have Yaz back. We don't have Brooklyn back. Everyone else is still here. We still got Sammy and Kenji, but
do you think Kenji's gonna continue being a little shit?
No, but he learned his lesson though, remember?
Yeah, I guess so. Man, I don't know. This is gonna be wild.
It's interesting. There are 5 cast members announced. There's the 4 main crew, and then there's also Italian soccer announcer.
Yeah, that guy.
I don't know why he's there, but okay.
His name is Vito.
Yeah. Interesting. All right. God, this is turning into a speculation episode again. Let's move on.
Yes, it is. Yep.
So, hey guys, I know you're probably wondering, hey Brian, David, why aren't you talking about the fact that Godzilla -1 is coming to Amazon Prime? It's because it's not. I mean, it is, but not here in the States. It's only
unless
in
you are
Japan.
Japanese. It's not coming for us.
Yeah. Every news outlet is reporting that it's coming to Amazon Prime, but it's only in Japan.
And also, don't believe them when the article says we anticipate that it will follow in the States soon, because they don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure it will eventually.
Toho makes weird decisions that sometimes don't line up with what you think companies would do.
Yeah, so who knows? I mean, I'm sure it will come to the States soon, but we don't know. So don't believe any of the articles. Now, granted, if you have a VPN, feel free to watch it. I don't think there will be any English subtitles to let you watch it like correctly.
If there weren't with a singular point, there will not be with -1.
Yeah, I mean, Japan rarely has subtitles aside from Japanese on their like home releases too. Like, you know, we went over like because you were still, I think, intent on getting the Japanese Blu-ray for -1, but that does not have Japanese English subtitles, nor do any of the other ones. That's why I haven't really bothered to get any of those really, really nice 4K releases they've been doing for the older films. But if only. But yeah, not happening. It's only in Japan, guys. We will let you know when it's coming to America. Don't worry. You'll hear it here from us.
It's true.
Or maybe we'll lie to you. Maybe we'll just gaslight you into thinking it's never coming out. That could be.
They're deleting it. It's lost media.
Yeah, it's lost media. It never existed. So if you saw it in theaters, that was the only time you ever got to see it. Oscar-winning film, now lost to time.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
What else did people do to piss you off this week, Dave?
Well, last week, I can't even remember, but someone made some post in one of the many kaiju groups I'm in, just talking about the MonsterVerse, like, oh, it's like one of the best cinematic universes. And then I replied, like, yeah, the cinematic universe where it's just Godzilla and Kong movies and nothing else. And I made the comparison that it's like if the MCU was nothing but Iron Man and Captain America movies. Would that feel like a cinematic universe? No. People seem to think I was claiming that it was not a cinematic universe, which was not my point. I was saying it didn't feel like one, but it was like, oh, but it has TV shows, and so it makes it a cinematic universe. I'm like, I know it's a cinematic universe. I never said that it wasn't. I said that it didn't feel like one. Those are entirely different things. It's like that fucking meme from a while ago where someone tweeted out like, oh, I hate the internet sometimes. I'll say, "Oh, I love pancakes," and someone will reply, "Oh, so you hate waffles?" No, bitch, that's a whole different sentence you just said. It's like that. That's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's that. And then this was a week ago, mind you. And then today, as of recording, someone replied to that comment a week later, mind you. And keep in mind, there was no ongoing conversation. Like people replied to me like that day when I made that comment, and then that was it. So this guy found the comment a week later and replied. So all he said was cry harder. So I just said, I'm not the one getting bent out of shape over a week-old comment. So sorry for daring to criticize the Big Lizard movie. And then he didn't. he didn't respond.
Yeah, sounds about right.
I think I won that argument.
It's so funny and fascinating to me when people are like, "Oh, cry harder about something," but like they're literally defending a property that makes millions of dollars and doesn't even know they exist.
Right.
And like
also like
people have opinions that aren't yours, and if you get mad about a movie that you enjoyed, that just shows that you're really insecure about your interests.
Like, just I get that you like Godzilla. I like Godzilla. I wouldn't have a fucking podcast about Godzilla if I didn't like Godzilla.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to have opinions. People are allowed to have opinions.
If we really hated GXK so much, we wouldn't have said legitimate good things about it in our review.
Exactly. Go listen to that review. It was our last episode, I think, right? Yes.
Yeah.
I've lost track of time. But yeah, just there's no reason to just dogpile on people if you don't agree with them. I wasn't even like dissing the MonsterVerse all that much. I didn't say whether or not I even liked the MonsterVerse. I just said it didn't feel like a cinematic universe. I wasn't even, it was a completely neutral comment. It was a neutral observation. It wasn't negative. It wasn't positive. It was neutral.
Either they were looking for a fight or they read too hard into it.
I think so, because again, everyone seemed to think that I was claiming it was not a cinematic universe. They missed my point entirely. So I think that's what happened. I think people were reading into it wrong.
If they were confused, they probably should have just asked you to clarify. But yeah, it's fucking stupid, and honestly, that's just like a film criticism thing at this point.
Yeah.
Like some people like stuff, and if you have like one little thing about it, then like, you know, people will fucking get mad at you over it, even though it's just a fucking movie.
Yeah.
Like, that's all this shit is. Godzilla is literally just a movie.
It is.
Like it's just a movie. Like if you really get that mad over it, like
I know
you're doing something wrong.
It's bad, man. It's real bad.
It's putting that other thing, politics. There you go. Have fun.
All right. That's about it for all our fun intro news banter stuff.
Oh yeah.
Let's throw it over to past David and Brian, and we'll.
They called me Stinky. They're going to call me Stinky.
No. Whoa.
Brian's a piece of shit.
Yeah. They plural. That was just you, Brian. That wasn't me. I had nothing to do with this.
Past me is going to call me Stinky and you stupid. And I'm going to just get out in front of this and say that past Brian is the one that's stinky.
It's kind of toxic.
And past
behavior,
Dave is
honestly.
the one who's stupid.
Okay. Damn. Is this really our bit for the episode that we're getting into arguments with ourselves? Is that our bit today?
Just roll,
okay.
just roll it. Let it happen.
All right, cool. Well, enjoy our interview with Mr. Thirsty Thursday Toys, Adam Griffin. Have fun. Hello, here we are with our very, very special guest. We have, I'm sure you already heard it because we talked about it just like, I don't know, less than 30 seconds ago, but we're talking about it again because, again, we recorded this interview portion early. We recorded this a week ago, and now it's here for your listening pleasure.
Yeah, future Brian, you smell bad. I don't know what you did, but yeah.
Damn, all right, just call yourself out like that, Brian.
You know what? In future you suck, I hate you.
Whoa! Where is this hostility coming from, Brian?
I don't know.
We're looking bad in front of our guest.
I guess today I'm just looking for a fight.
You really are. Anyways, we are here with the host of Thirsty Thursday Toys himself, Adam Griffin. Hello, Adam. How are you?
Hello, I'm good. I totally get being like mad at my future self. Like, why did you spend all this money? Now I don't have it.
Wouldn't that be your past self though, or are you anticipating that you're going to continue to spend money?
Oh, you're right. That is my past. No, I love future me. Because no, wait, future me gets the stuff.
That's true. That's very true.
Yeah, but then future you is going to go on to spend more money.
It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. It never ends.
Right?
There's a fine line between like the dopamine hit of buying something and then the depression of realizing you spent the money and then another dopamine hit of actually getting the thing you bought.
You have no idea.
The anticipation of the box.
Exactly.
You have no idea how dangerous it is when Sam and I walk into Costco.
Oh, but Brian, I do know. I've been to Costco with you.
That's right.
I do know.
I did. I showed you Costco. Yeah. Yeah, it was
I
dangerous.
almost got Costco has this like it's the animals of the Zodiac, but it's like glass bottles.
Ooh.
And it's got like all 12 of them, and they're filled with brandy.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, they have a lot of alcohol for very cheap.
The thing we saw when I visited, that was the coolest thing I think was the big Connect 4.
Oh, they still have it.
You should buy it, Brian.
It's I don't have space for it, and it's $70.
$70 is
Wait, how
cheap.
big?
It's I think it's like 5 by 5 feet.
Oh my God.
Or some shit like that. Some ridiculous
I've seen
thing.
like a 6-foot tall Jenga tower.
Those are fun.
Those are fun, yeah.
Yeah, but no. Big Connect 4 for only $70. That's affordable for Big Connect 4, I think. I think that's a good deal. A steal, some might say.
But you're forgetting the part where I said I don't have any space.
That's true. You do not have the space for it, unfortunately.
Use it as a bed.
I could put it behind the TV and just break it out.
Wait, no.
No.
Adam's cooking here. He said use it as a bed. I like the sound of that.
We don't have a headboard, so you might be onto.
See, there we go.
Hey.
Perfect. Use Connect 4 as your headboard.
All right, well, I guess I'll just run it by our #1 fan and see what she thinks.
Well, no. Because she listens to the show, don't run it by her. Wait until she listens to this episode.
Yeah,
and then you can get her opinion, her expert
and then
opinion.
in a week's time or longer, 2 weeks time probably, she'll ask me about it and I won't remember.
I don't know. I feel like you should remember. This is like one of those crossroads, Brian. You have to.
This is a canon moment.
It's a canon event.
Canon event. Whatever.
Oh man, we're already on such a great track for this interview. Are you happy you came on the show, Adam, already?
Absolutely.
Good, I'm glad. All right. Well, we got some cool questions for you. And also, this is serving as a sort of pseudo part 2 to a very old episode we did. I don't even know how old. When did we do that episode, Brian?
It was definitely after I moved. So it was last year, probably.
Let me scroll back on our Instagram to see when that was.
It was
I
2022.
Yep, June.
Oh my
June
God.
2022. I found it.
God, I'm gonna shit myself. That was so long ago.
And that is when we all connected. Well, me and Adam at least.
Yeah, I think I was Googling like literally the term Kaiju cocktails, and I think the episode popped up.
Really? Oh my
Okay.
God.
Wasn't it named Kaiju Cocktails?
I think so.
Yeah, I think that's what did it.
Damn. Okay, that was
And I'm like,
lucky.
oh, hello.
And here we are. All this time later, here we are.
God, magic.
I know. So, yeah, the lore of this episode is that, you found the episode, Adam, just by a simple Google search, and you commented on Instagram, was like, hey, This is a great show. I can't believe I've never heard about this show. If you guys ever do a part 2, let me know. And then nothing happened for 2 years
Yep.
until until All Monsters Attack, Adam, when you and I ran into each other and we're like, oh hey, it's you.
Someone had the boozy Mountain Dew.
That was me.
Yeah.
It was you. Yes. And I'm like, yeah.
And then
Make this happen.
you tried to pay me for it, and I was like, no, we're friends now. You can just have
Whoa.
one.
Come get drunk with me.
Yeah. Well, I think Adam, you said you were like already a little drunk by the time you had it.
That sounds about right.
It's a convention weekend. It's fine. Doesn't matter. But all right. Well, I think unless you have anything else you need to say, Adam, I think we can get into the interview.
I had nothing pressing.
Okay. Cool. Good to know. Well, before we get into talking about your channel in general, I have a important question for you. Do you have like a history in mixology or bartending at all? Or like where did your love for like making drinks come from? Also, we didn't even like talk about what Thirsty Thursday Toys is. Whoops. Do you want to do that and then we'll answer the question?
Thirsty Thursday Toys. It's a YouTube channel where I do mixed drinks and toy reviews every Thursday. And it's usually like Kaiju centric, but I do like Jurassic things, some Transformers things, odds and ends, weird creatures and sophobia and horror stuff. And yeah, I started that in 2021, and I've been doing that every Thursday since. And it's a lot. And I wasn't sure how long it would go. I'm like, I don't know how many cocktails I can come up with, and there's no end. Not that they're all like good, but they're there. Oh. Content's content, right?
I do have some questions about that later on, so I'm glad you brought that up.
But yeah, I mean, like these cocktails are terrible. Why'd you make them?
I mean, there's a lot of nightmare cocktails that I deliberately make that are awful. So
my number one most watched video by a mile is the cocktail that I specifically designed to be horrendous.
Oh my. Oh no. All right, we're getting a little ahead of ourselves, so we'll loop back around to that. Don't worry. But yeah, so
history of mixology. I do have my like mixology permit, so I'm allowed to mix and serve at bars, but I have not. I'm terrified to do that.
The whole social aspect,
I took a whole course, and there was this massive section on like liability, and I'm terrified.
Oh yeah. I had a Bevmo employee trauma dump on Sam and I when we were getting ingredients for today about how like they can't not card people or else they could go to jail if something happens.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like memorizing all the different types of licenses in the state, and like, okay, well, if they got it within these years, it's going to have this hologram and these numbers at the end. And it's a lot. I mean, it's important for sure, but like I'm terrified of like, oh, what if I get the numbers wrong or something?
Yeah.
I
worked at a liquor store for a brief period of time, and at the registers, I wasn't like a cashier or anything, but I would occasionally go to ring if it was really, really busy. They just had a binder at the register that showed like an example of every state's license just in case you get anyone from out of state. Because like, there's no way they expect you to memorize it.
That's amazing.
But yeah, thankfully I never had to deal with anyone from out of state. I don't think so.
Except for me.
You never came in though, Brian. I don't think.
Yeah, I did. I went with you to.
Yeah, but I wasn't working there at the time.
Oh well, yeah, that makes sense. That's true.
So, yeah.
Spiritually, you had to deal with me.
Mm-hmm. All right. Cool. I mean, I spiritually
that's a future David problem.
Exactly, it's a future David problem. But so going off of that, where did your love for mixing drinks come from?
College. When I got into college, I was like, I'm never gonna drink. I'm not gonna put anything in my body that's gonna like alter my perception and stuff. And here we are.
Rookie mistake.
But it was I can pinpoint, like I would make weird stuff, just like peppermint schnapps. Let me try this in everything. And like the peppermint schnapps and the white Mountain Dew is better than it should be.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah, give it a whirl. You might hate it.
Can you even get the white Mountain Dew still?
Oh God, yeah. This was like 15 years ago or something.
Because I remember like seeing that when I was in high school, maybe even middle school.
I don't even remember White Mountain Dew.
It was
I forgot what it was called.
I think it was called like Whiteout, and it was
Yeah.
it just tasted like Fresca, basically.
No, I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, it's that grapefruity, citrusy.
Mm-hmm.
But like, so I do weird mixy stuff with weird ingredients, like peppermint schnapps, the cinnamon schnapps with the Goldschlager. That was like, I love the novelty stuff, and like really sweet things. And like I think one night that really like launched me, it was, long story short, I found out that my girlfriend at the time had cheated on me. So we broke up, and one of my friends is like, hey, I'm coming over and we're going to drink. And I said, great. So he comes over, and all I had alcohol-wise was a bottle of Goldschlager.
Oh, God.
And he's like, we are going to make this work if it's the last thing we do.
Oh, God.
So he's like, what do you have to mix it with? And I'm like, orange juice. He's like, okay, that's doable. But it was like high pulp orange juice.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
So we're like, okay, well, cinnamon orange, that could work. So we mix that together. And then we pour in tiki punch. It's like the Dollar Tree carbonated, like Hawaiian punch.
Okay.
And because the orange juice was so opaque and so thick with the texture of the pulp, when the tiki punch went in, it kind of like swirled around the bottom, and it looked like magma. It was really cool, and like that like awoke something in me. And I'm like, this was fun. Like this was so worth the relationship to have this moment.
All the trauma paying off.
Yeah, like let's experiment. Let's mix stuff together and see what happens, and see what it tastes like, and see what it looks like. And that just kind of, then we'd like come up with, I have a whole like thing on my phone of like, let's take this TV show and come up with like drinks for each character. Mostly like theoretical stuff. I don't think we ever actually made them.
Yeah.
But like that was fun.
So
And-
was that drink any good?
Yeah, that's the important question.
I liked it. We called it the Orange Volcano.
Okay.
And that was like the first one that we named. And every so often, like if we have a reunion of like our college friends, I gotta bust it out. And they're like, oh God.
It honestly sounds kind of insane. I kind of want to try it. You should send me the recipe to that.
Yes. It
Sounds very unhinged.
I don't think we actually like measured. We just kind of like poured stuff. But now like I'm actually measuring so I can repeat things.
Oh no, if you're in
Kind of get a
college,
little more-
no one measures anything in college. It's all eyeballing it.
Pour stuff into something else and see what happens.
Yeah.
See where the
In,
night
in college, you don't know that shot glasses are used for anything other than taking shots.
Exactly. I mean, the only quote mainstay drink in college was it was not a good name. It was called the Blue Fuck. And the only reason we called it the Blue Fuck, we had my roommate Matt. I don't know why he liked it so much, but he just loved blue curacao, and to the point where he would like drink blue curacao straight. And
Yeah. Oh, it's doable.
I'm sure it's doable. I'm not saying it's not. I just don't know how he did it. But basically a blue fuck, it wasn't anything, mind-blowing or anything. And even then the name was not all that accurate, because in addition to the blue curacao, it also had grenadine, so it was more purple than anything.
Purple. Oh yeah.
So I think it was just vodka, Sprite, blue curacao, and grenadine. It wasn't anything interesting, but like we drank a ton of them.
I mean, I had something similar. Instead of vodka, it was Midori. It's like
Okay.
Midori Blue Curacao Sprite, and then sometimes like a little grenadine at the bottom.
That sounds better than the blue fuck, I think.
That was like the drink we had at our wedding. We had like bride and groom cocktails, and that was pretty much mine. It was like this glowing teal. It was not the favorite.
Oh God. All right.
My wife's, it was like bourbon with rosemary, simple syrup, and lemon.
Oh,
It was like a legit like, cocktail.
That sounds pretty good.
that does sound good. Rosemary, simple syrup, and bourbon. Ooh, okay, yeah, that does sound pretty good.
It was tasty. She won that round.
All right. Well, so now we've gotten your history, your lore, the Thirsty Thursday backstory out of the way. So, well, it's sort of like we haven't really gotten to like what made you, what led you to create the channel itself. Like what was the catalyst that led to the creation of Thirsty Thursday?
One of my friends for years was telling me, you need to do a toy review channel on YouTube because like my kids watch them, they're super popular, you have so many toys, you know so much about them, I bet you could just turn on the camera and talk for hours. And I'm like, this is true, but like there are already so many and there's more like popping up by the week, which is not a bad thing, but I don't feel like I have something else to bring to the table, just like maybe another perspective and another voice, and maybe my personality does something, I don't know. But I feel like if I'm going to spend the time to do that, I want it to be something like new and different and unique a little bit, I guess. And it took a few years for me to figure out like what I want to do with it. And the original idea, I think I was just going to get like hammered and just talk about like, okay, let's see if I can transform
it's like drug
this
history.
Yes, like exactly. Like, okay, let me talk about this company. But like take a bunch of shots and try to turn Optimus Prime into a truck before they kick in, kind of thing. I'm like,
that's actually really good.
But like I found there was someone's channel, they did like 5 shots and 5 bots or something like that.
Oh,
and
that's clever.
I mean, it wasn't the whole channel, but like every so often they would do something like that. I'm like, well, I don't want anyone to think I'm copying their idea. Like I pride myself on my creativity, however bad it is. And that like my stuff is unique, and that's kind of why I've like every so often I'll look up kaiju cocktails because I don't want someone else out there to think I've like stolen their idea, kind of thing. But yeah, then like I said, okay, if I do something with the drinks and like I make weird stuff, themed stuff all the time for myself, why don't I just like show some of that off? So like the first few episodes were kind of videos were just kind of like me figuring out like the format and stuff, and then once I started really getting into the mixing, it was like painting with booze, and I'm like, this is it. I've figured it out.
Painting with booze. That feels like that's like a good like. That might even be a good episode title for this episode.
Painting with booze. It is. It's a lot of like color matching. Like the one I did with the CCP translucent Geigens. I was like doing careful measurements and stuff to get like the exact color and translucency.
Interesting. Yeah, I would think I was wondering about that too. Like I like what your whole process was in making the drinks. When you get a figure, do you just does your mind immediately be like, how can I make a drink out of this? And like
yes.
I'm not a person who is experienced with mixing drinks. So like, what is the ratio of like, planning between how things are going to taste versus how it's going to look? I mean, obviously you want to, have it themed after the figure. And if it's something like a sofubi, which are their whole thing is that they're different colorways and stuff. Like where does that factor in? Like the ratio there?
It's usually I'll picture like how it's going to look first and foremost, and then see if I can make that taste good. It doesn't always work. But like I've so many scrapped things, but usually I'll start with the visual and then kind of work backwards from that. Okay, how can I achieve these colors? How can I get those layers? How can I get that translucency? What would work? And with a lot of colors come more sweeter things, tropical things, fruitier things. So there's a specific audience for a lot of these, but there are times where I'm thinking of, I wish I had a good example right now, but like I'll see an aspect within the media from whence the character came, and like, ooh, okay, well, I'll do something spicy because of this, that, and the other thing. So then I'll start with a flavor and then work out from that. So it does kind of go both directions that way, but usually the visual ends up being the most important.
Mm-hmm.
So
But I've had some that I just call like, it's a cup of brown.
Okay.
Well, like, okay, look up most like craft mixologists who are like trained. They know exactly what they're doing. They've worked with a ton of ingredients and stuff. And usually the drinks are some shade of brown because it's all more like natural ingredients, and it's a lot of the same kind of like bourbon and bitters and that kind of stuff. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, but it always ends up being like some kind of brown. And I have made some like cups of brown, and they're maybe some of the best drinks I've made.
Oh, okay.
Like taste wise, but I love so much like the color and looking at the drink and being like, I know what figure that is. Like the Trendmaster Space Godzilla. I'm so proud of that one.
Oh
visually.
my god. I mean, I don't think I could think of a more iconic, colorful figure than that. So yeah, I'm glad that one is one of the stronger ones in terms of just overall.
I'm happy with how that one turned out.
So, like, how long does your process of making these drinks usually take? Like, is it like a few day endeavor, or is it basically the entire week, Thursday to Thursday, that you're working on it?
It super varies. Sometimes like I'll have an idea, mix it, nail it on the first try. Others, it's like I've spent years. I come like once a month, I come back to it, and then it doesn't work and I shelve it.
Do you have a white whale?
One was Dragon Tears. That was one that I was thinking of before I even started the videos. It was for the Natsunomeru Bandai figure from Ultraman Max. And I just did it, I think a couple months ago. I don't remember what it was, but I came back to that so many times, and it wasn't like quite right. I have one. Oh yeah, the corn.
Oh yeah, the corn one.
What's what?
Yeah. Do we want to talk about this? Because you sent this to me a couple days ago, Adam.
Yes, I think this is a talking Toku first. I was gonna say first look, but first listen. Godzilla vs. Gigan. I love Gigan. It's like my favorite Godzilla kaiju who's not Godzilla. So I'm like, there's no end to my like Gigan drinks because I have so many Gigan figures.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you got the corn hippie, right? And I'm like, what because he's got the like the roasted corn and the tinfoil kind of thing. I'm like, if you could do something.
He must have thought it was a gun.
Right? So
no, you showed me this.
I did. I don't know why you forgot what we were talking about, Brian.
It's because I am forgetful.
Okay.
To put it lightly.
Well, I did one thing. It was a whiskey sour with like a corn whiskey, which was fine. But I'm like, no, it needs to be like actual corn. So this guy, when did I start doing this? The corn. Let me look this up. I have notes. March 12th, 2022.
Wow.
I updated this.
Oh my goodness.
So I think I've like really figured it out. It's not like the tastiest thing ever. It's not bad. Okay, hear me out. It's not bad, but it's something you would order because you're curious and you're like, okay, I don't think I'll get that again, but I don't regret it. And then you'd have your friends order it. So it's corn juice. Like I took like sweet corn kernels and like squeezed them all out and extracted the juice.
Okay.
So it's like corn juice and then a little bit of lemon juice, a little bit of simple syrup, and I made pepper vodka.
Oh.
So just like vodka infused with like peppercorns.
I could see that working.
I mean, like it's a tiny thing, like, because I poured it into like one of those like shooter glasses, so it's like a 2-ounce tiny thing. So you're not going to be sipping on this all night, but I don't think it's that bad.
You're right. It definitely seems like the kind of thing that you'd order more out of curiosity than anything.
I would definitely order that if I saw it on the menu.
I'm sorry, it says corn shot on the menu. What's two of those?
Yeah, I would definitely
who does
try
this
that.
place think they are offering a corn shot?
Corn shot.
God.
So I've been trying to come up with a name.
Yeah, I don't know. What would be, I'm not good at coming up with names for cocktails, honestly. I mean, the one I made for this episode, which we'll get to, I like put it out on Twitter and was like, "Hey, hypothetically, what would you call a drink based on this particular character?" Because I just couldn't think of anything. And I mean, you know, the one we made for the first episode of this that we did way back when, I based it off Burning Godzilla, and I think I just called it like the Atomic Meltdown. Ooh, how original! And then Brian, I don't even remember what yours was.
I don't remember. I just know it was a nightmare cocktail.
Yes, I remember that too.
It was
I think one of you. It was a Pacific Rim one.
Yeah, that was mine. Yeah.
Sometimes I will start with the name of a cocktail.
Okay.
Go from there. I'm like, oh, it's too good. And by good, I mean, you know, I think it's good.
Well, hey, I at least am all about bad puns here on this show. I can't speak for Brian. I think he appreciates them.
I appreciate them sometimes.
Sometimes, all right.
I have to be in the pun mood.
You're not a true punner then. If you can't appreciate it 24/7. I'm sorry, Brian.
Sad.
Like punch.
Yeah.
So it's perfect.
That's good.
You can't get more perfect than that.
That passes the test.
And I mean, with something like that, it's so like flexible. You can kind of do whatever as long as it's fruity, basically.
Yeah, so there's a whole world. But like it was a Tyranitar, the Pokemon, the Tyrantart. So I'm like, as long as it's tart,
that's good. That's good.
So like, if you come up with the name beforehand, like, doesn't that ever get like restricting, or do you just, I don't know, like, do you ever have to change the name?
Yeah, well, okay, so like one that I've been stuck on for a while is and now it's gone from my head entirely. I'll come back to that one. So like, okay, Shoba Gin Fizz, but like gin fizz.
Yeah, that's
Shoba
good. That's
gin.
good.
It's restricting in that, like, I mean, gin fizz, that's a specific thing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, well, how can I modify this? How can I do something tart that still works color-wise or thematically?
Mm-hmm.
So it does help kind of give me some boundaries and some direction. So like sometimes if I have a name, I don't even know where to begin with it, like ingredient-wise, unless there's like a specific color. But Dimension Tide, there it is. The Godzilla versus Megaguirus.
Yep.
The black hole cannon, the Dimension Tide.
The most ridiculous goddamn weapon ever put to screen.
Right? So I was picturing, like, okay, well, a black ice sphere in the middle of whatever I want the drink to be.
That's cool.
My problem is black, like food coloring, doesn't show up perfectly black on camera. It's almost greenish.
Really? Huh.
And I've tried to like edit it, like fix it in post kind of thing, but it's so clearly edited and everything else is just off.
What about like purple? I feel like purple would probably
purple and pink are the worst. They show up like I would do so many things. And when like, I mean, New Empire came out, I'm like, oh great, pink and purple. I can't, because it shows up like gray. I have modified anything purple and pink I've done is like not quite. I've had to play around with the color a bit to get it like close to what I see in person.
Yeah, I mean the drink I made for this, like I used something purple, and the picture I took, it's very, very light purple, and it's in person it's a lot darker purple, but
Oh yeah.
interesting though. Huh.
Most of mine, it's like gray. Like, damn it.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's circle back to something that you teased earlier on. As you said, not every drink you have made on the show has been a hit. So let's kind of play favorites here. Like, what would have been some of the best ones, and then also some of the not so good ones. Because I've noticed that, like, I don't know if this is in all of your videos, but I've noticed that you don't always like review the cocktail itself. Like, you just kind of provide the recipe and then you move on to the toy.
Yeah, well, like, I don't know enough of the lingo.
Okay.
You'd be like, oh, it's got like hints and it's got this on the back end, but it's this forward. I'm like, I don't know, it tastes good. I like it. I'm like, I wouldn't present it if I didn't like it myself. That's been a hard thing because there are things that I really don't like. I don't like Bloody Marys.
Mm.
And like, I would do variations on the Bloody Mary, but I wouldn't be able to tell you if it's good or not because I don't like them.
That's fair.
But like one of my favorites, it was the Griffin's Daydream. And that was one that was, I think, the first one on the channel that was not at all focused on any kind of color. It was just like, let me put these ingredients together. And I thought it was really good. My wife and I, we call those, I don't know who came up with the name, but it was like $15 drinks. Like if they had this at a bar, it was $15, like I would get it.
Okay.
Kind of thing. And that's one that I really like. But that video, that's one of my like least watched videos because it's this like obscure figure from this obscure company kind of thing that no one's like searching for. But that one, I thought that one was really good. So if you're listening, go check that one out.
I'm
Give
looking
it a
it
try.
up right
Tell me how
now.
much you hate it.
It would help if I could spell Griffins correctly.
Griffin.
There it is. I found it. 99 views. Yeah, I'm
Griffin,
bookmarking it. There we go.
So I do like that one. I've made that for myself a few times. Anything that's teal is probably like, yeah, anything with like vanilla or melon or like blue curacao or pineapple, anything in that nature. That's it. I'm really happy with those.
Are there any that like have just become mainstays for you? Like that you just all the time like go to?
That's a good question. I mean, like I've been lately playing around with a lot of like, what can I do with an old fashioned? What else can I put in it? How can
old fashions? Those are surprisingly versatile drinks.
They are. I mean,
right?
So we, my family and I, we do like a Saturday night cocktail, and the reason we do different cocktails every Saturday night is because we keep getting these drink recipe books. I think we first got one for my dad for Christmas like 3 years ago, and we did nothing with them for like 2 years, and then all of a sudden, like, all right, we should probably do something with these, and like, there's like whole sections on just the old fashioned because it's such a versatile drink. I don't think I've been there for many of them because I tend to work late on weekends, so I miss a lot of them. But I think to this day I've only had a single one of the old fashions we made. I don't know which one. I couldn't tell you which one, but it was good. I remember that.
Cool. Once you figure it out, let me know.
Yeah. So we still haven't
Forgot the question.
We still haven't heard what the worst one. The worst one is, Adam.
Oh, the worst.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, okay. The worst one. This was designed specifically to be bad.
Okay.
It was the skull crawler. Let me find it. What did I even put in it?
I mean, skull crawlers are pretty goddamn nasty, so makes sense.
Well, that
I wanted something just disgusting. So,
Cabbage juice.
oh,
where-
I mean that Hiya Toys Skull Devil figure is out now, so you might have to
Yes.
you might have to top it now.
it's on its way to me right now.
Oh, okay. Nice. Oh, you know what? I should check
And
because
I was thinking of like, do I make a cocktail that's even worse, or do I take it and try to make it good? I don't know how I can make it worse. Okay, so it's designed to curdle, first off.
Oh God.
So you get
no.
bourbon cream and like a citrus energy drink, and that's gonna curdle.
Oh God.
Then you get black sambuca, so like very licoricey flavor.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently black sambuca is more expensive, so I just dissolved black jelly beans into regular sambuca. So it's like extra licoricey with this like Dollar Tree energy drink that's curdled with this bourbon cream. Sing some grenadine in there for like blood. It's awful. It's just a shot, and you're gonna regret taking it.
Ugh.
I regret hearing about it, I think.
I am drinking a citrus energy drink right now, and I'm unhappy.
You ruined it. You ruined it for him.
Don't put bourbon cream in there, and you'll be fine.
I don't think I could ever look at bourbon cream ever again.
I'm gonna get you a bottle of bourbon cream for Christmas, bro.
No!
One that I've made for myself a few times that I come back to. It's the Grand Gold Fashioned.
Oh.
So really, it's just
shit.
it's an old fashioned with a little bit of Grand Marnier
Okay.
and just like gold luster dust. It's pretty. It's tasty. I'm probably not the first person to ever do that.
That name is pretty amazing.
That was Jonathan Portman from Collect All Monsters.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
I'm like, I need a name for it, and he's like, there you go.
It's a pretty good name.
So it was that like just based off the name? I mean, granted, like the Grand Marnier, but with the gold, is that like Grand King Ghidorah-esque, or is that just kind of a happy coincidence?
Yes.
Okay, it was.
It was for the Grand King Ghidorah. I got this ice cube tray of like these tiny little gingerbread people who were. I don't know if everyone listening has seen Rebirth of Mothra 3.
I don't think Brian has.
I
Okay,
have
well then.
still not watched the Mothra movies.
I was gonna say, should I avoid spoilers? But it's from '98. You've had time.
It's been...
You go ahead. I'll watch them eventually. The story holds no weight over me.
So, Grand King Ghidorah shows up and like kidnaps like the children of Japan and puts them in this like orb. So I get these like tiny little gingerbread ice people, and they're the children.
Oh my God. I love that. I love that. That's so good. Man, I wish I was this creative.
Nope. You're not allowed to be.
Well, speaking of creativity, should we go into some of the drinks that we made for this episode?
Yes, I want to know what you got.
All right, who wants to go first? Brian, you did a lot better than me. You put a lot more work into it than I did. So,
well, Adam, if you want to see what it looks like,
I was gonna send it to him, but that works too.
Oh, okay. No, you can send it.
You can put it. You can send it to the Discords. You'll see everyone can see it. All the few people who use this server will see it.
It's a.
Do you have a name for it? That's the question.
Ooh. Oh, that looks so cool.
Do you know what it is? That's
No.
You have no okay. Okay, so
Are those bitters?
No. It is a dessert drink for one.
It's like creamsicle kind of situation?
So it is a rum chata, Kahlua, coffee, and fireball mix with the ice cubes. There's coffee ice cubes in it, and there is ice cubes with red food dye in it, topped with a bit of cinnamon, and it is supposed to look like the second stage of Shin Godzilla with the eyeball.
Oh, that's so good, and it sounds delicious.
It does sound really, really good.
I thought it would be really sweet, but honestly, it wasn't that sweet. Like the fireball with its heat kind of muted it a bit. So yeah, it's good. Like I can only have one of them before getting sick, but
I mean, that's
It's
you
pretty
can
good.
say that about most dessert drinks, to be honest.
It's true. Honestly, it like is it tastes shockingly like a White Russian. Honestly,
Really?
yeah. I mean, it's mainly just all the Kahlua in it
No.
and the coffee, but it's
So wait,
pretty
are the
good.
swirls from the red ice cubes?
So actually, there is chocolate syrup down the sides that I
Yeah.
tried to make it look like scarred skin.
You didn't send this picture. I feel is a little better, Brian.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay.
And then the red
Ooh.
swirl in it is it's strawberry syrup. There's only a little bit. The one next to mine is Sam's, and hers looks a lot nicer than mine.
That rim is really nice.
Yeah, that's like a brown sugar cinnamon mix thing. I'm not really exactly sure what it is, but I tried hers. It was really good. She actually made horchata from scratch, and she used that in hers. Pretty goddamn good.
Okay, you're all hired.
Hell yeah.
All right.
I mean, it was real good. I mean, it was basically just equal parts everything, so it's pretty easy to make. It's like a cup of coffee, and then a shot of rum chata, Kahlua, and Fireball, and it's pretty good. I like it. But I do not have I don't have a name for it. So if you guys want to hit me with one, go for it.
What's the fourth form, right?
It's the second form. It's when he's
Second
like
form.
kind of crawling around on the ground, and he's like got those big old fish eyes.
Kamada-kun.
Hmm.
Okay. I'll think on that.
Hmm.
All right. Well, while we think on a name for Brian's drink, I'll talk about mine. So here's mine. I'll send that in the chat. So
Oh yes.
Holy shit, that looks cool.
I know. So it's really I think I said it to both of you. Presentation wise, A+. Taste wise, more of like a C plus B minus. So I gotta.
That's my bread and butter. That's
Yeah, honestly, I gotta look up because I want to credit the person who gave me the name for it. I gotta remember who it was. It was a fellow podcast. So this is from the name, obviously, is from Echoes of Giant Monsters, fellow Kaiju podcast. They provided the name No Life Signs on the Bridge. It's kind of a mouthful, but it's a cool name. I like it. So it is inspired by the Polygon trilogy King Ghidorah. I've never liked the nickname Void Ghidorah. I think it sounds dumb and stupid. I'm not going to say it. I'm going to say it this one time, but I'm going to continue to refer to him as just the Polygon Ghidorah. Anyways, it is
fair enough.
partially inspired by another cocktail. So going back to the whole Saturday Night Cocktails thing, we just had the eclipse yesterday, and we were trying to look up like eclipse themed cocktails, and all the ones I could find sounded really, really boring. But I saw this one, and I don't even remember what it was called, but it was basically just this indigo. It's Empress Indigo Gin, which is the purple on the top, and then it was just layered on top of lemonade. I'm like, okay, I guess. But I saw that, and I'm like, oh, I can kind of rework that into theming it around Ghidorah from Planet Eater. So I adjusted a little bit. So it's the Mountain Dew Baja Laguna lemonade on the bottom there. And I in addition to the color, because Ghidorah is he's gold, he's yellow. I thought, oh, the carbonation that could work for like the gravity beams and the electricity stuff and all that. It's great. And then I layered the indigo gin on top to be like the black hole. And then this was also from Echoes of Giant Monsters. This was you can't see it in the picture, unfortunately, but they suggested that you garnish it with 3 little lemon wedges for each Ghidorah head. And I'm like, all right, that's good. That's good. I like that. Again, you can't see it in the picture, but it is in there. Again, taste-wise, it's not all that great. The gin itself is actually pretty tasty, and I don't even like gin all that much, but like that indigo gin is actually very, very good. Super, super smooth. So I'll probably be using that more than anything else. But yeah, so that is the no life signs on the bridge.
I like it.
I also like it.
Thank you. I appreciate
I gotta get that do again. I'm writing this all down. I gotta
go for no. Take your time. Take your time. Because I know you, Adam. You kind of did your own version of this when I sent it to you.
Yeah, I'm like, I want to at least replicate those colors. I don't have half those things. So what I did like a pineapple soda, and then I didn't have. Oh, I found it. I do have the Empress gin.
Oh, you do? Okay,
but,
cool.
Yeah, I just did like purple food coloring with, I think it was coconut rum, something like that. But yeah, those colors together, that's awesome.
Yeah, no, it looked way better than I expected it to. And I've never tried to like layer things in cocktails before. Again, I'm very, very inexperienced when it comes to mixing drinks, so this was kind of a first for me, but it worked out really well. I was really pleased with how it looked.
I mean, like sometimes when I'm layering stuff, especially if I have just like a small layer on top, I'll specifically put ice on there because that extends the depth of that layer. So if you didn't have the ice, there would just be a really thin layer of purple. So that helps expand that purple so that it stands out even more. So that's awesome.
Gotcha. Interesting. All right. So did you sent me a picture earlier? Was that the one you made for the show?
So I want to have a few things ready.
Okay. Damn, so showing us up here.
Like, I mean, like this is stuff that I think I will end up putting on the channel at some point. Maybe before this airs, maybe months after, because I have things just piling up. But I did a Muto drink.
Oh yeah, I voted on your poll for which one to do next. I wanted
Muto won by a single vote.
Really?
That was your vote, Brian. You did it.
It was me.
Well, because I mean, I have a the other option was the Pacific Rim 2 Kaiju drone, which I have that drink ready. It's filmed and everything. I just need to finish everything else. So I don't know why I put a vote up. I'm like, I should have just finished that. Now I got to do the
It was already done. May as well.
But here, let me stick this up here. Boom. Because I got the Bandai Premium like Muto Bangaichi set, like when that first came out, and I was trying to figure out what would work, and it was just like the ideas that I had were just black and red, and there were so many things that are black and red. You got that. You got Shin Godzilla 4th form. Just so many things where that would work. Kaiju United, essentially, kind of stuff. So I'm like, I scrapped that idea because I'm like, I don't know if it's like good enough, or like the ideas I wanted to save those for something else. And then someone, I don't remember who it was, but they were talking about like the glowing color of the Mutos, like egg sacs. And I remembered I have these. They're like the little popping boba balls, like little jelly things. And I have those but they're like filled with booze. It's called a cocktail caviar.
What? I didn't know you could get those.
That's cool.
What? Oh my god!
It's trying to send the picture, but it's not sending. Oh, it's compressing files. Okay. But I'm like, yeah, if I make like kind of a reddish drink and then get these like little egg balls inside there, that's kind of like the Muto egg sac.
I like
which is not something that anyone would ever say they would want to drink.
I mean, it sounds fucking hilarious with
it's the visual, right?
Yeah, no, it looks incredible. It really it took me a second to realize, like, oh, that's the eggs. I get it now. But yeah, like visually, it looks so cool. It looks like a lava lamp.
Did you put up a picture of it?
It's trying to send.
Oh,
Let me
Who knows how long that'll take?
let me try
But-
try to send it. I'll see what I can do here because it didn't.
You could
take-
just DM it to me if you want.
Oh well, I just sent
Oh,
it
that
there.
works.
There, oh yeah.
Oh, I see it. They're on the bottom. Those are a lot whiter than I thought they'd be. Damn.
Yeah, I wish I could change the brightness on that light there, but yeah, it's the exact.
That looks very much like that like shade of orange looks very much like the Muto's exact. It's I don't know how I'd feel about looking at that after watching the movie, but you know.
No, so what we got to do, Brian, we got to play a drinking game with Godzilla 2014. We make the drink and we don't take a sip until the reveal during the bridge scene where the Muto walks right over forward and you see it from his angle.
True.
That's when
And
you
then
got
I
to drink
gotta-
Well, I mean that's
And then I gotta say out loud, man, I wish I could drink that.
it. Exactly.
I do have. I mean, okay, that has also been inspiration for a lot of things. Is like, how can I get drunk off this? And that's where a lot of like my dessert cocktails happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think it's delicious. A carrot cake cocktail.
Oh,
Like,
I
how
love
can I
carrot cake. So
Drink that. I'm really happy with it. I might revisit it like now that it's a couple years later and see like does it actually hold up as well as I think. But I do have Daddy's Home cake every night.
Ooh.
Chocolate cake cocktail.
I'm clapping. I
That
hope
is-
that's picking up on the mic.
I can hear it and I'm clapping, but I don't know if you can hear it.
I can't hear it, but it might just be getting covered up by my own clapping. I don't know.
Maybe. That I love that. That's my favorite scene in the whole entire movie. Thank you.
Good job. You did
If
it,
Daddy's
Brian.
Home equals
Daddy's home cake
every
every night. It's a recurring thing that we talk about where Dave once showed me this Tumblr post of Godzilla beating the shit out of the Mutos and it just says Daddy's Home cake every night. And he can never find it
Because
because
Tumblr's
it's
dead.
gone.
Tumblr
And
may as well.
Tumblr's dead.
Yeah, I don't know if that post still exists anymore. I wish I could find it because it made me laugh so hard.
It's just it's just so good. I really wish I could see that meme again. I don't feel like I fully appreciated the time I had with it.
Yeah. All right.
Well, here you go. This photo sent.
Oh, there we
This
go.
was
Ooh.
one of the tests. So I found it's like a whiskey wedge. So it's this ice wedge, like silicone thing that you can put like in a glass, and it makes this like wedge of ice in your glass.
Mm.
So I'm like, I can stick the drink in there, and it's this wedge of a drink, which looks like a slice of cake.
It looks really cool.
That's good. I've seen people do something similar to that where they'll just put water in their glass and then just put the glass in the freezer at an angle so the water will freeze like that.
That was my original plan, which is why it's taken me this long to get it up. But every time I do that, I can't get it to balance right. And it
Wow.
like either spills out or just like separates from the glass too easily.
Mm.
So if you have a glass that works with that, I recommend something squared if you have that. But
Yeah.
didn't really work with the round stuff I had. So I finally found this glass. I'm like, that's it. Now I can do the drink.
Very nice.
All right. So
Do we want to get back to some more questions, Adam?
I
If that's
think
okay
I-
with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
It's an interrogation. We're interrogating you.
Dave.
I can ask the next one.
Hit me.
Yeah. So
Let's get deep.
yeah.
I said I can ask the
Oh,
next
you
one,
can. Oh,
but
then yeah, you
whatever.
can ask it. You can ask it. I'm sorry, Brian. You can ask the next
I
two.
hope you can hear that. Okay. Oh shit, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. My favorite question's coming up. All right.
Oh no.
So obviously the main output for your channel has been Godzilla and other kaiju / tokusatsu figure reviews, but you do sometimes branch out into other franchises such as Jurassic Park or Star Wars. Do you see any lows or highs in viewership when you do different franchises like that? And are there any franchises you haven't covered that you would like to?
Ooh, so I haven't paid much attention to the analytics. Every so often I'll go in and be like, why is this one taking off? Why is my specifically disgusting drink?
It's okay.
I don't
We
know.
sometimes look at our analytics and they're not very interesting. So
I only look at
so
our
bizarre.
analytics when I go to upload a new episode and I'd be like, I wonder how the last episode did. Oh, okay. And then I move on.
Well, my most watched cocktail that I think is like legitimate was my Tremors one, the Graboid Guts blended thing.
hell yeah.
Then you've got the Oasis Ready Player One Mechagodzilla, and then a Jurassic one. So I mean, there is something to
Okay.
those other things. I have noticed I get a lot of subscribers after Jurassic stuff, but then the week after, I lose subscribers.
What?
That's
Because I
weird.
think I figured out a lot of the Jurassic people, when I do Jurassic stuff, it's new things.
Mhm.
And they're like, oh, he gets new Jurassic stuff. That's what I want to see. And then the next week, I'm like, here's a Godzilla thing. And they're like, oh, this is not what I wanted. Never mind.
Yeah, that,
So they'll
that
kind of
sounds
drop
like
off.
that sounds about right.
So it's I'm like, go to Andy's. He's got all the new stuff.
People just sub to you without actually looking at what you do most of the time.
Yeah, it's like, oh, hey, here's a brand new thing. I'm gonna check this out. And then
Like
they're like, oh,
honestly, who subs to YouTube channels without looking at their backlog first?
I mean, I'll do it every so often. If I know I'm gonna like the channel, like regardless, I will.
I guess that's fair.
I mean, I've subbed to some where I thought I knew what content they would be turning out, but it was like just a fluke. So I get that. Like, oh, you thought you'd get brand new Jurassic stuff every week? No, it's like once a month, if that.
It's Godzilla. Sorry.
It's Godzilla mostly. That's
Daddy's
That's what they
home,
come.
cake every night.
having cake every night. I almost called the channel Kaiju Cocktails. I'm like, it's such a better name than Thirsty Thursday Toys. But I'm like, well, I don't want it to be just, because it's not just kaiju. So I picked something as generic as I could get.
That you get a little more. It's a little more flexible that way. So you can do Jurassic stuff. You can do Star Wars stuff. You can do Transformers stuff.
Right. I'm like, I don't know how long I can keep doing this, both in terms of like time and money and my liver. So
That's
like,
also a very important
at some
aspect to consider.
yeah, like I would love for this concept to continue. So maybe at some point I'll like pass the torch to someone else and they can do, I don't know, like DC and Marvel stuff.
Mhm.
That's with cocktails. That's would work if it's not called Kaiju Cocktails.
So
Yeah,
I forgot there was a
yeah.
I have a question. I forgot.
What's the Are there any franchises you haven't covered that you would like to?
Ooh. Well, I did like 2 Star Wars things, and they did not do well at all.
Boo.
One, it's the Tatooine Twist. That's one of my favorite drinks I've ever made.
It
ever
sounded.
in my
Yeah,
life,
I saw
ever.
that one. It sounded really good.
It's like the tikiest drink I've ever made. I think it's delicious. But it has like 50 views or something. I'm like, oh, you guys are missing out. Well, because most people don't watch for the cocktails. They come for the toy
That's-
review. They stay for the
that's
cocktail.
true.
Mhm.
But like when I look at analytics for the videos, there's like, percentage of viewership throughout the video. And like it drops off immediately from the disclaimer. And I'm like, that's fair. I guess don't read a disclaimer. But well, I did have someone, they're like, you shouldn't be taking shots in a video aimed for kids. I'm like, literally the first 10 seconds
It's not aimed
of
for kids.
every video.
What?
It's not for kids. And they're like, fair enough. Look,
It says in your channel
But then-
header. I'm pretty sure it says
Yeah.
on your channel description.
every description, every video description, every disclaimer at the beginning of the video. So trying to cover my butt.
Just your average YouTube commenter, you know.
Oh my god.
But I noticed like it drops kind of like, okay, the drink is cool, and then it drops, and then it picks back up again when like I kick into the toy review.
Mm-hmm.
I get it.
So like with Star Wars, like, do you have any like knowledge as to why those don't do as good, or is it just, I don't know, or is it just maybe people who like Star Wars don't really watch toy reviews for Star Wars?
I don't know. Star Wars collectors
think, well-
are pretty intense, man.
They're watching their stuff out there, but the stuff I have is older. Like I did this, which I guess came out a couple years ago. And it's like a smaller, lesser known thing. It's not Black Series or anything. It's And the other one was from one of the prequel movies.
Oh,
It's like old, like no one is watching reviews on that anymore.
that's fair. So I guess it's just like new
They're-
stuff. Like they want new stuff.
Yeah, they're looking for new stuff. And I like the
Okay.
next one, I have a Salacious Crumb Cake one coming out.
Oh, that's
at
good.
some
I like
point.
that. Salacious
Thank you.
crumb cake.
That's another one that started with the name. I'm like, okay, Salacious Crumb Cake. There we go.
That is a good name.
So now, like, then I'm researching like crumb cake recipes. I'm like, how could I drinkify that?
Yeah, that's.
That's like your whole ethos is just how can I drink that?
Yes, exactly.
Oh my
I want
God.
this as a liquid, and I want it to get me buzzed.
Can you somehow make our trip to the Pop Culture Museum a drink?
Ooh,
Well, hold on, because there's a question about this later on.
Okay.
We'll move on.
we'll table that one.
Okay.
But Brian, you have I didn't even list the question. So Adam, I'll give you a bit of a background. I didn't write the question down on our little document here. All I said for this one is the most important question of all time, and it's capitalized completely. So that no pressure. This is something we ask. This is one of the only questions we ask every interview guest we have on this show.
Yeah, it never changes.
Yeah, it's the biggest one. We don't. I feel maybe we usually put it just in the middle, just to surprise people, take them unawares. So here it is, the most important question of all time. I have high hopes for you, considering some of your content.
Yeah, you better not disappoint us.
Oh no,
We
pressure.
might have to revoke your friend of the show status
my
to make
God.
you enemy of the show.
Enemy of the show. Oh, no.
All right, are you ready?
Yes.
All right. What's your favorite dinosaur?
Okay. So you said dinosaur, not prehistoric reptile.
Yep.
So, baryonyx.
Nice.
That's
Very
pretty
nice.
good. All right. Yeah, you're chill. We're good.
To be fair,
Okay.
we've had people say pterodactyl before, and that's not technically a dinosaur. So, like,
That's true.
what's your favorite prehistoric animal or reptile, rather?
Ooh. Okay. So we got Sarcosuchus.
Sarcosuchus
We
is cool.
got. Oh, love it. Archelon,
I gotta remember.
the
I gotta remember
sea
that.
turtle.
Okay. I was like, that sounds really familiar. I gotta remember what it is.
Baryonyx, Therizinosaurus. I guess I'm just doing top 5. Oh,
Oh man, I love the
Yeah.
Therizinosaurus.
Nothing wrong with
That
that.
was probably mine for a while.
Well, having those as like my top 5, and then seeing both of those in the Jurassic films, I'm like, yes, give them to me.
It would be very fun to see a Sarcosuchus in a Jurassic Park movie.
Yes.
Gareth Edwards. Listen
Or
to the
maybe
people.
Chaos Theory. Maybe Chaos Theory.
Chaos
Dave.
Theory, please.
They had a fucking saber-toothed lion in that
That's
show.
true.
Or whatever.
That is true.
That
Oh
was
yeah,
weird.
Camp Cretaceous.
Yeah.
Adam,
Yeah,
you
no,
have no
we're-
idea how much we love Camp Cretaceous. Like we're not
We are big.
not
Camp
even
Cretaceous
ironically,
fans.
we legitimately love that show.
Yeah.
Ooh. Well, you should check out my bumpy cocktail.
Oh my god. I'm stopping the recording right now. I'm bringing it up.
We're
I did
absolutely...
2 versions of it.
2 bumpy cocktails. Oh my goodness. I know what I'm doing this weekend. And I'm off this weekend, so I definitely know what I'm doing.
I am going to
Yes.
make that drink, and then I'm going to sit here for 5 hours and play Jurassic World Evolution 2.
I was under the impression you
Ooh.
were gonna binge Camp Cretaceous again, but that works too.
Oh, I'll do that. I don't give a shit. I can multitask. I'll do that.
That's
and
true.
play
You have
Jurassic World.
a dual monitor set up.
I do.
It'll work.
I'll be able to watch the show in 4K.
Oh my god, perfect. I don't know how good it'll look in 4K, but
It's probably not very.
all right. Well, I'd say that's a good. I think Adam is deserving of his friend of the show title, which we have not even officially
Thank you.
bequeathed upon him.
Yes.
Yeah. Now that you have been on the show on Talking Toki, you are officially a friend of the show, and you are welcome back on at any time.
Yep.
Thank you.
So congratulations.
If you wanted to come back when Chaos Theory comes out, feel free.
Oh, yes. Yep. Jurassic drinks. Let's do it.
Hell yeah.
Let's do it. I'm pumped. All right.
Yep.
All right, we got a few more questions. We are actually running over an hour now, which I think means this might end up being our longest interview on the show.
Ooh.
I think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember, but yeah. So let's keep it going. This is kind of just a general ones. Everyone has their taste preferences, especially with alcohol. I'm more of a whiskey or rum kind of guy. What are some of your I mean, you kind of, alluded to it, like a lot of the tiki kind of stuff, but like, what are some of your favorite ingredients to use in a drink? And also, are there any kind of like really weird out there ones that like people wouldn't really think of normally?
Ooh, yeah, I mean, I love the tropical stuff, the Midoris, the blue curacaos, the rums. I've gotten really into this Jamaican dark spiced rum lately.
Ooh.
A lot of tiki stuff. That and an ingredient I've never used before called falernum.
That sounds
Which
familiar.
is kind of almost like a cane sugar liqueur. It's in a bunch of tiki stuff. So I've just been throwing tiki things together and seeing what happens. Yeah, a lot of tropical and then like vanilla things. Whipped vodka, vodka, brown sugar bourbon.
Brown sugar bourbon.
Oh, it's really
brown
sweet.
sugar bourbon's good.
Bourbon. I love brown sugar bourbon. It's real good.
My wife introduced me to that. I'm like, yep, I'm in.
I had it at one of the restaurants up here, Black Cat. It was way too expensive, but man, was it good.
It was worth it.
Mm-hmm.
I found, I guess, the weirdest one I've had lately. It's a barbecue whiskey
What?
called Curveball.
Barbecue whiskey.
A barbecue. Yeah, let me find the bottle.
Like
How
when you
does
say
that-
like when we say barbecue, we're talking about like barbecue flavored potato chips, right? Like that kind of barbecue?
Yes,
Okay.
like barbecue.
Okay.
And like, is it good by
It's-
itself?
I've gone through 2 bottles and I still don't know.
I like
it's
how you
better
had to
than
buy a
it has-
second bottle to figure it out.
It's the weird Lay's flavored potato chips of the alcohol.
It
world.
really sounds like it.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, you mix it with pineapple juice
I can see how that would work.
and it's really good. I'm like, this
Oh yeah.
does not deserve to be
Curveball
this
whiskey.
good. Like Kurvbal.
Yeah, I got it up right here. Sweet and smoky. Huh.
Sweet and smoky.
Interesting. Can
I'm gonna have some right now.
Can I see if it's in my Total Wine? It's not. Yeah, it's out of stock. Damn. Oh well.
It's near me. Let's go.
There you go.
Ooh. All right, let
Hell
me
yeah.
drive up like 4 hours.
It's $25. Let's go.
That's cheap.
Yep. Oh man, and I can even go
That's-
up to Canada and buy it for less.
I'm gonna have to ask my dad about
Yeah,
that.
but
He's
then-
not big on flavored whiskeys, but I'd be interested in his opinion on that one. Huh. Barbecue whiskey. Is that you pouring the drink?
Yeah, sorry, that was the pineapple juice.
I'm glad that
I didn't
picked up on the
realize
mic.
My bad.
No. I'm glad. I really am glad it did.
It's very fitting.
It adds to the ambiance. All right.
Yeah, you should put some really low key like bar music like under this or whatever.
Oh, I
Like,
could.
in the
The first
back.
time we actually have music in the background of this episode of Talking Toku.
honestly, it's not a bad idea.
It's not. It's really not. Maybe we'll see.
All right.
All right, we got technically 2 more. We're gonna get kind of meta here, Adam, if that's all right with you.
Ooh. Always.
What would you consider to be kind of the flagship, iconic talking poster child drink for Thirsty Thursday Toys?
I've been trying to make the drink that's in my logo.
Okay.
But I can't get the colors right. Like I can do like a yellow to green to blue fade, but I haven't been able to get like that vivid, like turquoise kind of thing that I have in there. So I might like have that redone so I could actually make that drink. But
yeah, I was gonna ask maybe it's something to change the logo if you can't get the drink to match it.
like, oh look, it nailed it. That's been one I've been trying. But yeah, I think just like a glass of something teal would.
Yeah, at this point, that feels fitting.
Like I did one. I was starting to do a thing that I completely forgot about until just now. It was like Thirsty Thursday Toys favorites, where the drink doesn't necessarily match the toy, but it's just like, here's something I love and here's a drink I love. So like I think the first and only thing I did of that was like a little small glass of like a teal. So it's probably like Midori blue curacao and cream soda or something.
Fair enough. All right. And then there's a follow-up. I'm going to put you on the spot here.
Oh.
Real quick, just off the top of your head, what do you think an official Talking Toku drink would consist of?
Okay, so I'm thinking, so there's the two of you. You've got coast to coast, so something East Coast and West Coast flavors. Or something split down the middle. How would that work?
This is fascinating.
It's really fun to hear your process.
Okay. If you need like a workaround to this, I am also from the East Coast.
Brian is originally from, but here's the thing, Brian, I'm originally from the West Coast.
Oh my God, you are. Oh my God, you're from Oregon. Okay. I forget every time. Fuck me.
Wait, where in Oregon?
I was born in Portland. I lived there until 2003.
Did we talk about this already?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't remember.
I was born in Portland.
Oh, really? I don't think we have then.
Yeah. Oh, well, hey. So we got crisscross across the nation. Oh, but see, if it's split, no, it's combined. It's your powers combined. So if we get
our single brain cell combined.
So I'm thinking two things that have an interesting reaction, like the Empress Gin. If you mix that with citrus, it changes color.
Okay.
So something like that, or like Mentos and Coke.
Yeah,
I think that's
like
pretty
Mentos
fitting.
And Coke.
That feels accurate.
Oh yeah,
like a rum and Coke, and then just dump Mentos in there.
Cool.
Rum and Coke, except it's 50-50.
We got it. Except it's 50-50. Oh God.
But see, that's where the science then kicks in. So I'm like, how much Coke? What percentage needs to be Coke for that to have that reaction?
I don't know. We'd have to do some
and that's
in-house
thing
science.
I love about mixing is playing around with that.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Man, I really hope you keep thinking about what a Talking Toku drink would be, because if you have a full-blown idea, I'm gonna make it and I'm gonna try it.
You're gonna message one of us at like 3 in the morning and be like, I got it.
You just send a picture of just all the red yarn on the walls. A map of the continental US.
Oh my God.
Well, I mean, like that could even be done with like, crisscross, like 2 straws in there, crisscrossing.
And that's true.
I'm also thinking like the color of like the smoke in your logo.
Oh yeah. That like kind of off whitish.
So that
blue.
has, there's almost like mintiness, or it could be a very pale kind of tropical. So that could be done with. Okay, so we get a little little Midori, but not too much. And we shake it with like coconut cream
Oh, okay.
to give it that more pale kind of color. So I'm like, I automatically go tropical.
Nothing wrong with that. Again, I also love the tropical stuff, so.
Same.
But then fading that into the kind of more blue on the bottom.
Also, if it helps you at all, my favorite drink is a mojito. So, you're welcome.
Ooh. Oh, yeah, it's doable.
Hell yeah.
I don't really have
Let's
a
go.
favorite cocktail, so I kind of just go with whatever.
I don't currently work tomorrow. I could be up all night, like 3 in the morning.
He's gonna be making drinks all night.
You're just gonna be
Oh my God.
thinking and saying out loud, mojitos, talking Toku. United States.
Oh my god. East to west. Oh.
Okay. So it's the Mojitoku.
Okay,
No!
Mojitoku. That's
I like
good.
that.
That's really good.
Okay.
I like that.
Oh God, I forgot to put pineapple juice in this one. It's just the.
Oh, it's just the whiskey. Oh no.
That wasn't oh God, like bad. Like you're not expecting straight like.
Yeah, of
barbecue.
course.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, let's see. Mojitoku. Okay.
I don't know how much longer this is gonna go on for.
This is fascinating to listen
It
to.
is. It really
this is gonna be the next few hours for me.
All right.
My
Well,
wife is gonna. That happens sometimes. My wife comes home and I'm just like bottles all over the kitchen, like empty glasses all over the kitchen counter. I'm like, I figured it out.
holding your head in your
I'm
hands.
working.
I'm like, taste this.
All right. I don't. We can't be here all night, so we're gonna move it along. But feel free
Yes.
to keep thinking and get back to us whenever you like.
I'm very interested to hear.
So am I. Oh my god, this has been incredible. So we got one last question for you, and Brian, I am gonna say it this time because we have a guest on the show. So I don't know if you're aware, Adam, but we have a segment on our show that I say it when I created the show, when I created Talking Toku, I wanted this to have the longest, most ridiculous acronym I could possibly come up with. And I only say it when I have guests on the show so I can explain it to them, because I know it annoys Brian with how stupid it sounds. So the acronym means WINCKTAYCORN, and it stands for what new cool kaiju thing are you checking out right now?
What new cool kaiju thing are you checking out right now? WINCKTAYCORN.
I am seething.
WINCKTAYCORN,
Just in general, like
media or
anything. It can be anything.
Oh, okay. Shouldn't be not that hard of a question, but I'm like panicking.
Not like there wasn't a
We
new
did-
Godzilla movie that just came out a week ago or anything, but you know.
I listened to your episode and you guys, you nailed a lot of my thoughts on it.
Hmm.
I've seen it twice. I have 2 cocktails for it. I have a Godzilla Evolved, which is a take on a Paloma.
Oh, okay.
I call it Paloma Evolved. And I have a Shima one. But the character designs don't really do much for me. So I haven't bought any of the toys outside that horrible rubber thing.
Which I don't know if you know. I think I mentioned it on the show before, but I tried my damnedest to find that fucking thing to give to Brian for his birthday. I searched. I went to every store in the area that I could possibly think of that might carry it. I talked to Brian's girlfriend to ask if she could look for it. No luck anywhere. I can find every other New Empire figure except for that rubber-suited one.
Yes. I've seen it once and just the one.
It's insane. I think that thing is disgusting.
It's better than it has any right. It's like a barbecue whiskey.
But is it better than the barbecue whiskey?
Yes, because I have a Don Fry figure that I can put inside a Godzilla suit now.
Oh.
Perfect.
So but like kaiju stuff coming up. We got G-Fest coming up. I'm excited for that.
Mhm.
We got Kaiju Brooklyn coming up. I'm excited to meet some of the more East Coast folk. Get back to New York. Yeah, this is a bad answer. I'm so sorry.
You're good. I mean, my answer every week is nothing really.
Ryan
I'm just so
sucks.
hung up on the acronym.
Dude, it
I think this is the first time that anyone has actually been stumped by the acronym.
I'm glad
Well,
I'm not the
okay,
only one who
because-
doesn't like it.
What bugs me the most about the acronym is you have Tay, which like works on its own. You have corn, which works, but the wink doesn't have any vowels.
I'm aware.
So, like, if you
I'm
had-
aware it has no
What?
vowels.
Was that by design?
Not really. I just like that kind of
Okay.
works. Sure.
I would do what interesting, new, cool. Then you have WINCK.
Ah, so you're saying I make it even more incoherent,
Make it even longer.
even longer. I like
And
this.
then you have WINKTAYCORN.
All right.
Now that I've gotten past that, new kaiju things coming up and coming out. Mondo, just as of today, as of this recording. So last week, right? Because it's how does time work?
Yeah, no, so this will be coming out next Friday. So it was last week when this comes out.
Okay, so they did their Godzilla X Kong first like Sofubi figures in the like red and like deep navy and gold.
Looked gorgeous.
There was something I couldn't figure out what it is, but I had a student looking over my shoulder when I had that up on the computer the other day, and they're like, it looks like Legos. And I'm like, that's it. It's like Lego colors.
Yeah, I guess it would be kind of, yeah.
But they had those, so I know that Mondo, they do multiple color versions of like the same sculpt like throughout the year. And I've learned that one of those versions is always going to be at Designer Con.
Oh, yes.
So like when they teased their Space Godzilla ones, like the only one left was the glitter one by like the end of the year. I'm like, the only thing left is Designer Con, and sure enough, there it was. So I'm really looking forward to Designer Con this year because they moved it from Anaheim to Las Vegas. So Thursday Toy is going to be in Las Vegas.
Oh, that's going to be
Buying
great.
Godzilla shit. So I'm curious to see what they're going to have there. Assuming that they are, but they have every year, so I know we have months to go, but that's something I'm looking forward to, and I don't even know what it is yet.
I know. I haven't even bought any of Mondo's Sofubi, which sucks because every single one they've done has looked like incredible. I love the sculpts. I love the colorways. The Space Godzilla ones especially have been gorgeous.
Yeah,
But
I think that's my favorite of all.
Yeah. I think that was my favorite, and then they did the Godzilla X Kong ones, and I'm like, oh, those look really, really good. So now I'm like kind of in between. But one of these days I'll get. I have
That
one of the
Godzilla. Oh no, sorry. Go ahead.
I have one of the Pulgasari ones they did like way before they even started doing Godzilla ones.
Yeah.
And I do like that a lot, but I haven't gotten any that are Godzilla Sofubis. One of these days.
Well, if you miss out on those Pulgasari, I believe Titanic Creations, they're going to have Pulgasari and Yongari.
Yeah, they've been hyping the Yongari one up for a while, and at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if they do Pulgasari.
Doo-doo.
Well, hey, I put in like I said, this is episode 69, and I put in parentheses in our
Nice.
yeah, I just put nice in parentheses in the document title.
I don't even think you mentioned during the recording.
I didn't. This is this is episode 69.
This is episode 69. I'm sure you'll say it when we actually record.
Yeah, of course. I will.
Yeah.
But now we're saying it here for posterity's sake.
Nice.
Okay. Cool. We did it, everyone.
Did it.
That's the interview. Congratulations.
Woo!
All right.
I'm so proud of us.
But
We're such a good team.
Adam, thank you so much for coming on. This was a treat. I'm sorry it took so long to get you on, but better late than never. Anything you want to shout out? Links to your channel or otherwise? Any social media? Anything?
Oh yeah. YouTube.com/ThirstyThursdayToys. It's really long name. I did not think about like having to type it all out and everything. I keep spelling it wrong. Like I do Thursday with an I instead of a U, and I'm like, oh god. Thursday Toys.
Thursday.
Thursday. Yeah, it's doable. Yeah, check that out. Go check out Kaiju United. Go check out Collect All Monsters on Facebook. Go support. We're just talking about him. The Titanic Creations.
Okay, I was like,
love that.
I wasn't sure if that's what you were going for, but it was. Hooray!
Yes, Titanic Creations. There are amazing people in the Kaiju community doing amazing things. Go check everybody out. Support everybody.
Awesome.
Hell
Well,
yeah.
like I said, Adam, as now a friend of the show, you are welcome back on at any time. So if there's anything you want to talk about, any kind of stuff you want to review, let us know, and we'll bring you on. We'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy to just ramble for forever.
Well, that's
That's
most
what we do.
that's
My
most
wife-
that's most of the shows, the episodes we do. So
Yeah.
nothing new there. All right. Well, we are at about an hour and a half, so I'm officially
Let's
calling
pass
it.
it back to stinky and stupid future Brian and future Dave.
I wonder who's who.
Stinky.
Okay, we're back. It's us.
Yep.
The not
Fuck that guy. He sucks.
the not stinky and stupid ones. Yeah, I agree.
Adam was great, but that past Brian guy, he's a real piece
what
of
a
shit.
piece of shit, honestly.
He needs to talk to somebody about his feelings.
Jesus Christ. But yeah, no, that was great. I think we both had a really great time with that. I mean, I messaged you after we did the interview. I don't think I've laughed quite that hard on this show before than I was like as he was trying to go through his whole process of designing a talking Toku drink, which he did, by the way.
He did.
I should bring it up.
He came back 45 minutes after we finished recording with a picture of it.
Yeah, hold on. Where is it?
And
It's the talking Mojitoku. So it's 1.5 parts white rum, 3/4 parts lime juice, 1/4 part simple syrup, 1/4 part cream of coconut, splash of blue curacao, mint leaves, shake with ice, pour over ice, top with soda water, and then it has 2 straws, one for each host. That's me and you, Brian. Pointing to each coast, and it also makes the letter T. They're bendy straws. You got to have the bendy straws. Can't have.
hell yeah.
That's key. It does sound really good. And it looks gorgeous too.
I'm gonna go out and make that drink.
I think I have most of the stuff in the drink. I'm pretty sure I have white rum.
I unfortunately just finished my white rum, and I guess I have to go buy more.
We just made simple syrup for another cocktail. I don't know. We should have blue curacao. The only thing I don't know is the cream of coconut. I don't know if we have cream of coconut, but that's an easy thing to get.
Yes.
So Adam, thank you so much for making an official talking Toku drink. It's incredible. I never thought we'd get here.
No, I never did either. We really have surpassed the peak. We're at peak. I mean,
we're at peak. This is peak talking Toku now.
This is peak.
How
long we'll stay here, I don't know. But
probably not long. Next episode is gonna go right down the shitter.
Yep. But yeah, great time. I hope you come back, Adam.
Yes, please come back.
What a great time.
Okay. Shall we move on to our final segment, Brian?
I think so.
Because I've been checking out some stuff. I don't know if you have, but I have.
I've been checking out a few things.
What have you been checking out?
Well, I saw Sting.
You did see Sting, and I'm really
I
excited.
did see Sting.
I haven't seen it yet, but I really want to.
I liked it. It is definitely more of a horror movie than Eight-Legged Freaks is.
Keep in mind, Brian, keep in mind, before you go any further, keep in mind we're probably doing this for our next episode.
We probably are. But I don't know. I mean, quick thoughts about it. Like, the spider was awesome. The effects were really, really good, actually, like surprisingly good. And the tone was good, and like it went by very fast. My only issue with it is that some of the characters were like could have been better. And I actually I did a mini review for Kaiju United about Sting, and it's not up yet, but it probably will be at some point.
Hopefully,
so
unless they just don't like you, Brian.
That would be funny. But friend of the show, Jacob said it would be up today or maybe tomorrow. So
all right,
who knows?
I'll trust you. We like Jacob here, so I will trust him this one time. Hopefully, he doesn't betray that trust. Don't do it,
Hopefully
Jacob.
not.
All right.
Other than that, I mean, I watched the premiere of Kaiju number 8. And
Hell
that shit was,
yeah!
that was awesome. Oh my
sick,
god,
dude.
I adored every frame of that episode.
It's so it was better than I had hoped it to be. Like it was so like all the animation. It's had such a great energy to it visually. It was so good. I actually did a review for that on Kaiju United as well.
Hell yeah!
I gave it a 9, and then I realized in our like the contributors chat in the Kaiju United Discord server, I was like, shit, we should have had a bit where we just gave every episode an 8. That would have been funny, but it's okay. I just want you guys to know that was an idea I had in my head. I've already not committed to it because it was a hindsight thing, but yeah, no, it was great. I loved it. It was even more like fast-paced and energetic visually than the manga, I think, which is wild. Yeah, no, it's awesome. I did kind of realize that, like, and I'm more so from the show, like, I never really picked up on this in the manga. It is, like, kind of like Attack on Titan conceptually. It's very, very similar. But like,
is it? Oh yeah! Oh my god!
Yeah.
It's during the episode when they were going down the wall and shit. Sam said to me, "Do they have ODM gear?"
Yeah, no, it's basically Attack on Titan. It's very, very similar to Attack on Titan conceptually.
Yeah,
but that's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
It's really, really, it's a great first episode. I'm really excited to see what they do further, because like we don't even see Kaiju number 8 himself until the very, very end of the episode, which is the same in the manga. We don't see him until the very last couple pages of the chapter. So we won't see him in action until this week's episode, which I'm really excited.
I already love the main character. I think
Kafka. Kafka's great. I love Kafka.
Yeah. And the other guy, the dude with the white hair.
Reno Ichikawa? Yeah.
Yeah, he's like I don't care, but he's like trying to convince you so hard that he doesn't care that you know that he really cares. And
the whole cast
I love that character.
Is so great. I can't wait until we get to the part in this story where they're like going into the training and they have the captain, not Mina, she's great too, but I can't remember the vice captain, Hoshino, I think his name is. I don't know. I'm still kind of behind. It's been a couple months since I've read. I think it's Vice Captain Hoshino, right? I'm gonna just look that up just to make sure, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Sounds right to me, Dave. I haven't read the manga.
Hoshina. Sorry, I got one letter wrong. It's Vice Captain Hoshino.
Bad fan.
I know, but he's really good. I love him. So if you haven't watched it, Kaiju number 8, it's really good. It's on Crunchyroll. I finally got a subscription specifically for Kaiju number 8. But that doesn't mean I'm not taking advantage of the subscription, because finally, after 3 years, I think, is when it came out, I'm finally watching SSSS Dynazenon. I started it today. I've only watched one episode, so it's not a whole lot's happened. We just kind of got introduced to the characters, and we had a first kaiju battle, but it's real good so far. I have no idea if I'm going to end up liking it more than Gridman, because Gridman's real good, but we'll see. That's all I got to say about it, because, like, again, it's only one episode. But I guess I had a lot to say about Kaiju number 8, but I don't know.
Yeah. How are you doing on Attack on Titan?
I have 2 episodes left.
Ooh, the big long ones.
The big long ones. I have just those left. So by the next
Have
time
fun.
you talk to me here on this show, Talking Toku, I will have finished Attack on Titan.
All right.
I know.
I'm looking forward to see to hear your thoughts on the ending.
I'm gonna message you immediately and just say it fucking sucked. I don't even care if I like it or not. I'm just gonna tell you it sucked.
I don't know. There's like I'm interested because there's a lot of people who like hate the ending for some reason.
Yeah.
But like I thought it was really good, so I'm just man, it would be funny if you just messaged me saying I fucking hated it. I'd be like, oh, he's one of those people.
Well, by the end of I will have finished it by the end of the week. I mean, I'll watch the first of the final chapters tomorrow, and then I don't know about the other one because that's like literally the length of them. Like the first one is like only an hour long, but the second's like the length of an actual movie. It's like an hour and 26 minutes or something. So I don't know when I'm gonna get a chance to. Maybe Friday. We'll see. I don't know. No guarantees. But
what do you think of the rumbling?
I thought
the
you were
song.
the song. Okay. I mean, it's cool. It's a good song. It's heavy.
I just wanted to ask you
All right.
because I think it's funny. I couldn't take that song seriously for like the first 2 times I played.
Why?
I don't know why. Just the shots of Aaron walking around dramatically in the background. I just kept picturing it without the music.
Fucking edgelord, dude. Aaron's an edgelord. More so in this season
He
than
reminds
ever.
me. He reminds me of my brother Christoph.
Okay. Does Christoph
He's got the
know
man
that?
bun
You
going.
should tell him that. You should tell him. You should ask him. Hey, have you ever seen?
I
this
think
show
he would
Attack
like
on
Attack
Titan?
on Titan if he hasn't watched it already.
You should ask. You should see if he's watched it, and regardless of whether or not he's watched it, say, "Yeah, you remind me of Aaron."
All right. I wonder how we'll take that.
I know. Who knows? Who knows? Honestly,
I don't know. I don't know what kind of response to expect from that.
I don't know either. But I think that's all I've read. I've been checking out. Let me check my letterbox, see if I can. I always forget whether or not I've watched stuff. Oh no, this is something. I watched. This is barely kaiju, but there is a big monster at the end. So it counts. I finally watched Metalocalypse: Army of the Doomstar, the finale to Metalocalypse. It's been out for a while, but only just hit Max, so I finally watched it, and it was really, really good. I was kind of lost because I think Doomstar Requiem came out over 10 years ago. I think it was 2013, so I was like, I don't remember what happened last time on this show. So I was a little lost, but I got it at the end. But yeah, it was really, really good. I'm
10 years ago, Jesus.
I think it was 10 years. I think that's when Army of the Doomstar came out. Or Doomstar Requiem. Let me see.
Damn.
Doomstar Requiem. Yeah, 2013. Damn. 10 years.
Oh, you know what? I have one more thing to add when you're done talking
okay,
about
that's
this.
fine. But yeah, no, Army of the Doomstar, it was great. It's the best way that show could have ended, and I'm really glad that it got an ending, because again, this was Doomstar Requiem was kind of the last thing we got of it for a long time. It ended on quite a bit of a cliffhanger, but I'm glad we got the ending, and it was really, really nice. Like all the characters, like they got their resolutions, and it was nice. And if you haven't listened to Death Album 4, it's a banger. Brian, have you watched Metalocalypse at all?
Only a little bit.
Okay.
But I never really paid attention to it.
All right. Well, we should watch it, because now that I watched Army of the Doomstar, I kind of want to go back and like rewatch it from the beginning. So you should watch that, because like the episodes are only like 15 minutes long until like the 4th season, and then they go to 22, I think. But
I'm down.
and there's always they
Let's
have
do
like
it.
a ton of like guest stars too. Like season 1 has like, hold on, where's our guests? There's a whole list of guests right here. Kirk Hammett, James Hetfield, Michael. Is that an A-R or an M? That's an M, I think. Michael Ammett from Arch Enemy, Warrell Dane, Jeff Loomis from Nevermore, Corpse Grinder from Cannibal Corpse, and King Diamond. And that's only in that's just season 1.
Goddamn.
I'm surprised you never watched it because, you know, this was back when we were really big on the whole metal thing. That's where I got that's when I got into it. So we should watch it.
Yeah, I'm down.
Sick.
Let's do it.
Right now, we're stopping the episode. We're gonna go watch Metalocalypse.
Well, we're almost done.
I know, but yeah, no. There's big monsters at the end. I won't spoil it, but there's a big monster at the very end. Oh, and Mark Hamill is the main villain, by the way.
Okay.
Just to sell you on it a little more. Mark Hamill plays the main villain. He plays like a couple of the characters actually. He has like at least 3 or 4 roles in the show, I think.
Jesus Christ.
Let me see.
Well,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so he has 5 like named characters, and then also just has various. So he plays a bunch of side characters as well.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. The last thing I wanted to say was the Living with Monsters Godzilla found footage.
Oh my god,
thing you
yes.
sent
What
me.
the fuck? I should have mentioned that. I wanted to mention at the top too, and I totally forgot, so I'm glad you did.
I have never like the use of Godzilla, like legendary Godzilla's model in this was like the most impressive I've ever seen it.
It was
used.
so good, dude. I was not expecting to enjoy it that much, but it was so cool.
It was very, very cool. I really didn't know what to expect when you sent it to me because you were talking about how awesome it was, and I was like, oh, it's a fan project. Like, I kind of know what to expect. No.
There's like a lot of care and work that went into it. Like, it's really well done.
I was shocked at the quality put behind it. So definitely go check it out. It's called Living with Monsters, Godzilla Found Footage by Lost Utopia Films.
Yep. Terrell
Sitting at
Christie is the
99K
director.
views right now, and it deserves a few more zeros.
It does. I agree. I told Jacob actually, I'm like, hey, you should like maybe interview this guy for Kaiju United. He's like, oh, I could, but like I got so much else on my plate. So like, Brian, what if we interviewed this guy?
Maybe we could.
Maybe we could. Sorry, Lingle. I'm stealing my idea that I gave to you.
Okay, sure.
But yeah, no. Living with it's really great. Like it's presented as like this kind of old style documentary, like from the 50s or 60s, and it's so cool. It's just so well done, and it's clearly has so much love put into it. And like you said, like the usage of the monster vs. Godzilla is like really cool. Like it's really interesting to see him in like they basically just give him the role of like Godzilla 1954. So it's really interesting to see that version of Godzilla in that specific role. It's so cool.
I mean, this is what I want, and like I think as a scary monster, like in this context, he's really scary.
Yeah.
Like he's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they even do a thing where like they have like the original smaller kind of 50-meter one, but then it's like, oh no, the actual one is much bigger. They screwed that up. Oopsie. Now we're all
Actually,
fucked. Spoilers.
Another thing I wanted to mention was when they in the black and white archival footage on the attack on Tokyo, when he uses his atomic breath. I don't know what they did to make it like this, but it just looks so much more powerful than it does in the movies.
I don't know.
I think it's because there's a slight bit of camera shake when when it happens.
Well, because it's doing the thing that 2014 did. It's like it's all perspective based. You know, we're seeing it all from like a human's perspective, so it looks sounds and feels a lot bigger and deadlier than it would from like, you know, chest height, basically, like the other films have been doing. So
Yeah.
It's that scale thing we
definitely
keep talking about, man.
Go check this shit out. We need more like it.
Yeah, I'm you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna put it in the description of this episode because it's really cool. It's really cool.
Absolutely. Hell yeah. But that's all I have
Cool.
in my head.
I think that's all I have too. Yeah.
I'm gonna go rewatch the short now.
Sick. Sounds good. Oh, and the guy also did that Griffin short from a couple months ago.
Oh yeah, I saw that one too.
Yeah, which I scanned through when it first came out, but I didn't like sit down and watch it until I watched Living Monster. Like, oh, okay, this is really fucking sick. I should go back and rewatch that. And
It's pretty awesome.
yeah, it's pretty cool. My boy Zilla, he's there. It was actually like really nice to see like both American Godzillas kind of working together. It was kind of heartwarming.
They did him
way.
justice.
Yeah,
They did him justice.
my man. But,
And they brought in the green fire
They
breath,
did.
which I like.
All right. Okay, I think that'll be it for this episode. Again,
Yes,
hope
it will.
y'all enjoyed our little chat with Mr. Thirsty Thursday, Adam Griffin, because we sure as hell did.
Yes, we did.
I think we're gonna do Sting next episode. I think
Okay.
we'll see. Because I want to. It's just a matter of when I can get a chance to see the film is all.
Well, hopefully soon. And you should watch Eight Legged Freaks before you see it.
Okay. But Brian, I just
Maybe,
watched it.
if you want. Oh, that's true. I guess so. Never mind then.
Come on, Brian. We just did an episode on it, for God's sake.
That's true. It wasn't even that long ago.
I know. That's what I'm saying. So, but all right. That'll be it for us. Go check out our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, all at Talking Toku. I almost said Kaiju United. We're not Kaiju United. But go check out Kaiju United as well on their website, Facebook group, Discord server, and all their other socials as well. Speaking of Kaiju United, if you guys have not seen their interview with Ryuhei Kitamura, the director for Godzilla Final Wars, you are fucking missing out, dude. That is one of the best interviews they've done. It is so good. I think they actually just today posted a video clip of them asking him about how they cast Don Fry in the film, and he mentioned that like, oh, their first choice was Jean Reno because he was in the 98 Godzilla. They tried to get him for the role, but they couldn't, and they wanted who else was it? Christopher Lambert from Highlander, and there's one other that I can't remember. Oh, Sonny Chiba, who would have been great too, but they ended up going with Don Fry. It's a really funny story. So go check out that video, but also like just read the whole interview because it's really great. You would like, yeah, it's fucking hilarious. Honestly, seems like a really fun dude. But I think that's it. I think we're done.
I think so.
That's it. Toku's over. No more Talking Toku ever again.
See you later.
Goodbye. This is not the last episode. That was a joke. I'm kidding. I'm gaslighting.
Peace
you.
out.
Bye.
Goodbye.